unveiling.
Oh wow, you guys are weird. Hold on.
Whoa, what did we do?
Right. Oh, that's interesting. It lost all the work that I did.
Oh no, all of it. Hi guys.
Like all of it.
Don't worry, everyone. We're doing it as soon as we can.
I feel like you'd have
That's why you guys look tidy. That's why everything's messed up.
Don't worry.
It's okay. I can fix it. Vamp.
Whoa,
All right.
go run.
Hi, everyone.
Hi. Yeah, welcome.
Hello.
So, Pook, the patch for the Changeling stream is delayed, but also Patches is running a show at ATM,
we
if
have
I'm
no
not
patches.
mistaken.
We have no patches.
Which has been going well, I understand.
It
for
has
sure.
been. We saw it last week.
We're obviously disappointed, but what are you gonna do? You cry a little bit, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I do.
Yeah, it's what John does. This guy.
How's everyone doing on this day?
Hey, what's up, guys? Happy Lunar New Year if you celebrate, and or if you like the moon and its gravitational pull. Oh god, he's talking about tides again. Get him out of here.
I mean, we expected this.
So, how are you, Liz? What's going on?
I'm good.
I guess I saw you like the last
I'm gonna
couple
be
days
honest.
on
I am
stream.
feeling sad about Kobe Bryant.
Oh,
I'm
man.
I'm feeling
Sure.
sad,
Yeah.
and yeah, him and his daughter. That's really
I mean,
tragic.
I'm super sad about his daughter. Like, she's young too.
Yeah, no, exactly right.
It's heartbreaking. Like, yeah.
But I mean, it's also it's been 2 weeks since we've played Changeling.
It has been.
There we go. Stupid everything not being the way it should have been.
What are you gonna do?
Everything
You
good, John?
reset your computer and then everything gets messed up. So,
I do know.
Is there anything else you need from us, John, or are you good?
Oh, you can keep vamping because
Oh.
I'm almost done.
Oh,
I'm going to shout out the people that we have here, which is Pook, Neon Deflector, Alfarius, Kung Fu Fenris, and of course, she who knows 10,000 things, Aragwen, our bossest of mods. On this channel, anyway. I assume you don't mod every channel in existence.
did you
Is
say
all
hi
I
to
know.
Mistrich?
Mistrich, hello, I am here now as well. Everyone, quick, keep popping up. Make me try to guess how your names are pronounced. I mean, I know how yours is. It doesn't matter.
It's Mistrich, actually.
Mistrich.
It's right.
Oh. That's a bit different.
I got here as Scott started saying hi. Scott.
Yeah, Mistrich, did I see you on the Discord saying something along the lines of like, "Oh, can't wait." Oh, Coldrake too. Hello.
John is feeling quite a bit better to answer on his behalf.
Other than the technical.
Yeah, somewhat, yeah. We're working on it.
It's true. Oh, did I mention the Discord?
What?
What?
What's Discord?
That's a great. Thank you so much for asking. My Zitrish. Well, so I think it's the happening place to be. We used to do most of our Changeling like discussion and sort of tinfoil hat theorizing and just general chatting.
General chatting?
Did I say chatting twice?
I don't know.
We used to do it on Twitter. Twitter is a great platform for a number of things. Having back and forth rapid fire conversations, it is not.
Nothing quite beats the 3 dots, as you can see someone's typing.
Oof. So,
If the boss is typing.
Discord. Yeah. So then it goes away. So as you can find, I believe down below on this page, a link to our Discord channel, the RPG Clinic Discord, in which we have links for our personal channels as well as Changeling streaming, as well as Changeling TS spoilers.
Yeah,
If you
there's
wanna
a
discuss
spoilers channel.
The most recent happenings.
Yes. And so bear in mind
Detective Jor.
that everything is fair game in the spoilers channel. So
Yeah.
unless you are completely caught up, you will
And or
probably be
don't
spoiled.
mind knowing what happens.
Yeah, exactly.
We had somebody drop into last week. We didn't have a session, a game.
Correct.
But we did have a session with Dr. John here,
Jordan McGartney.
where we did some theory crafting, and we ended up talking a lot about like what we would want to play in the future, what kind of characters, what kind of games, what kind of settings.
God,
Talked about
yes.
A lot about stuff actually.
And since then, like on Discord, a bunch of people responded quite
did it.
favorably to my idea of running the Jane Austen RPG.
That's right. Oh, shit.
So watch your mailboxes, kiddies.
If you were to play it, if you were to run it, would we all play would we all play Jane Austen protagonists, i.e. younger
I
men
would
trying
have
get-
to read
Oh,
the
okay.
system
Good.
first.
People are glad to see you looking better, John, is the
Well, I sure look.
that said, though, yeah, join us on the Discord. You can always reach us there if you want to. Message us about anything in particular, or discuss what you think is going on in the game. Because I sure as hell don't know. I was gonna say we, but I can't possibly include the other players in the I that is the unknowing one.
You write the recaps.
Yeah. You should get in here. It's really bad. The 1700s. It's good.
He does.
It's funny. Yes, I do. So if you would like recaps of what's happened in the game so far, you can head over to rpgclinic.com, where we have links to our character pages, links to NPCs, locations, including their Google Map equivalents, if they exist, and synopses of all previous 108 episodes. I did not do them all at once. And the links to everything to do with our previous game, Exaltwitch.
It's fun to just see what else he can add to this announcement. If we just let him go.
Announcements. That's it. Oh boy. Oh, it would be a real hoot, Coldrake. I like it.
All right, folks.
Everyone's so worried that you're dying. They're like, did we say something we shouldn't have? It's great.
What the fuck's happening?
Oh, he's back to normal! Yay!
Hey, to his old tricks.
I'm going to do my best today. If
good enough.
you'll notice that Kate's not here. Kate is currently closing out a show. We knew this in advance. Originally, she was actually supposed to be here for a. We were supposed to miss 2 whole sessions with her. Now we're just missing 1. So at least we have that. But the reason we only missing 1 is because I was sick as fuck. I am now not sick as fuck, more like sick as glands across the room.
Oh, very good.
He's half a sick.
Yeah.
I'm off stage.
Can you make sure he's not one of the muted ones there?
Yeah, so we have him here. He's on. Can you make sure your pack is on, John?
It's bouncing around and stuff.
My mic is on. I'm showing.
Jot happened.
I just
Will
put
happen.
you up a little bit.
Can we get some confirmation from other people, though? I mean, part of the reason why I sound off stage is because my voice is not entirely back the way it once was.
Oh, okay, much better. Okay, great.
No,
Something changed.
Oh God, Liz, what did you adjust?
it's fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I just boosted his volume slightly.
So, you might see me drink copious amounts of water because I have to make sure that I keep my throat all lubed up for this. So you're just going to have to bear with that because that's the way it has to be. I am by far not the person with the most trouble in terms of health, but these past 2 weeks have been difficult for somebody who relies on his voice. So that sucked.
Yeah.
But otherwise, we're here, and that's what we're here for, and that's the deal. Y'all can tweet at Kate or post on the Discord how much you miss her or how much you're happy that she's not here. I don't know. I'm not picky. Go either way.
We just like to engage with our audience, even if it's negative. Just kidding. This is a wonderful
Any press is
positive
good press. We're just dying to be relevant. Please keep us
God, we had a
relevant.
taste of fame, and now we just want more.
Now you guys are peaking. You two are definitely peaking, and I am not.
Okay.
But only when you're laughing.
Okay. Well, no, yeah, that's fair. Throat coat. We have throat coat in our home, Lemon Eater.
I love throat coat.
Trust me, I appreciate everybody who's messaged me. I've just had a fucking horrible flu.
Yeah. And here we are.
It's been 2 weeks and I'm still not completely rid of it, but we're trying. So, are either of you chuckle fucks spending any experience?
Do we do the thing?
3, 2, 1, no.
Oh.
I mean, it's because the mic is here. I suppose I could just...
Put it on your décolletage.
We have McDonald's at home.
We could try that. See if that's going to sound any different.
Goldrake, please. I bought everything I could possibly need in this game. Why would I ever up anything else?
Goldrake, last week I actually had more voice than I had in other days. Like some days there was no
Like
there was no
nothing, yeah,
voice. It was not happening.
I could get all the dollars.
So I'm going to ask then the two of you.
Oh god.
What the fuck happened to all of y'all?
Shit went down. Oh, were you
Tell
up
them,
instead?
not me.
Oh yeah, no, I had
I
to
was
tell
here.
you. Okay. First things first, I'm the realist. First things first, Patches and Sophia discovered that Braum had let the defense matrix down in order to let Halea leave the Spark. This caused quite the kerfuffle, if I'm being diplomatic. The highlight of which was Patches telling Braum, "You have lost my trust. The rift is real, folks." How was Sophia feeling in that moment?
Sophia was very disappointed. But she'd spent all her
Madam was
anger on
disappointed.
Broken Flight, so she was
It's
just
true.
really disappointed.
Yeah, I wrote that you. Oh yeah, we don't want us to be like them, guys.
Yeah.
You're just tired. So that was kind of the big fracture, I would say. There was a big fracture of Ignite. And the three went their separate ways. Patches and Braum stayed in Montreal in order to follow up leads on Broken Flight. Braum learned that Patches' gift to him and Kyoko for their wedding was the gift of a home, a literal duplex in Montreal, which is incredible. And I can only hope that the tenant who currently lives upstairs is a wild and wonderful character that we'll meet one day. Here it has a name, John. You don't even have to think of one. Patches went to go see about Zister at the hospital where he was last seen. Found some footage of him having left the hospital with Kenwyn, but then pulling out a strange box and fainting, and then no trace of him after that, in terms of he was brought back in, but then he was let go again. She couldn't find any more information, went out in search of him, and instead found Kenwyn, who had been chimerically killed. Yikes. I can do Braum as well.
Sophia tried to get out of the city as quickly as possible, packed
Wow.
to go to Care Frost
Where's
to
that?
visit Queen
Where's
Laurel.
that? Okay.
And we established that was in Alberta?
Saskatoon.
Sas-
Just outside Saskatoon.
All right.
I'm not
Is it
mistaken.
in Alberta or Saskatoon?
Saskatchewan, yeah.
I know it's one of those.
Because it originally was,
Locations.
if I remember correctly, originally it was in Winnipeg, and then in 20th it was in Saskatoon.
And they're like,
Right.
okay, cool, like great.
Or specifically in Saskatchewan, and then just doesn't say anything else. And I'm like, Saskatchewan's giant.
Yeah, it's a province. Like,
There's a lot
say
of different places where it
Saskatoon.
could be. So I just threw it next to
Nice.
Saskatchewan or
Excellent.
Saskatoon.
Saskatoon. Perfect. So Sophia and Sir Zeron went to visit Queen Laurel because she is the one in possession of a version of the original prophecy that Broken Flight is all in a tizzy about. Sophia wants to read it for herself.
also pretty diplomatic. I like that. It's
Sir
good.
Zeron informed Sophia that he has a history with Laurel. What? What does that mean? Sophia was not deterred. She was very excited, and onwards they went. Oh, are we flip-flopping?
Oh, I was just going to tell all my thing at once. so-
Oh, okay, well, I'll hurry up. So Sophia got the prophecy and has been poring over it. You can read the prophecy on our Discord or on rpgclinic.com.
Under the episode links, there's one at the bottom.
Yes.
Recent, I mean.
And then things were getting pretty amorous.
Oh.
With Laurel and
Oh.
Zeron. They
Oh.
went to a sauna and things started to get touchy-feely.
Meanwhile,
That's it. That's all.
back in touchy feely. Meanwhile, back in Montreal, Braum went to go visit Halea's old ironmonger, if that's the correct terminology, known as Bouchon, who had potentially had provided her with the cold iron weapons that she and Broken Flight are using, although that's not really confirmed. Braum is not one for subterfuge or tricks or being able to talk effectively to people. So he was unable to find out much other than the fact that Halea had been there the day before. He threatened Bouchon and walked out, and was overcome by a deep sense of loss, a sense that everything. Well, it's the same feeling that he felt when Kay was killed by him, but the feeling of loss was put upon him by a satyr, who then taunted him and flew down the street.
Fled.
That's the past tense. Thank you.
Flew.
Well, like to race, right? No, like to fuck off. Fled down the street and into an alleyway where Braum chased him. It's a trap. Surprise, surprise. Braum took a few arrows to the back, had his shoulders or his arms dislocated by Halea, and attempted an escape. In the escape, he was shot multiple times and lay in a bad way and started to pour out his soul, I guess, to Halea,
As his face soul was pouring out of his body.
Correct, yeah, exactly.
His
Right,
bum.
it's only his bum. Yeah, so, as you don't say. So, that makes sense for Braum. And in the last possible moment, Halea kind of acknowledged that, yes, this is the moment that they had discussed previously, shoved a well of life into his mouth, and yeeted him across the street. Let him free with a bit of a head start from the rest of his...
Run free!
Run free, Braum! From the rest of the people who were there, assailants. So he's racing back to the Spark as quick as he can. Yeah, that's what happened.
So on the one hand, we have high times in society, and on the other hand, we have Cold Iron Yeet Fest 2019,
Yeah.
even though we're now in 2020 at this point.
Maybe it'll be a better year for our heroes.
So then my question to the chat is, which one of these do you want to start with?
Yeah, actually,
Oh
yes.
yeah, let them choose.
Pull it up.
We're,
That's
we're actually
exciting.
we're actually gonna put a poll up for this.
Yay!
Oh, this is exciting.
Oh, I can't wait.
Do we have to act, or do we have to watch? Act or watch. Act or
Who's
watch.
the actors the watch?
I mean, if they start with us, then we're acting.
Oh, okay.
What?
I thought you meant one of us was we get to
So
watch.
there it is. You
Oh.
can vote for either 0, which is Braum, or 1, which is Sophia. Who are we starting out with? I'm not giving you an option 3 because everyone would fucking.
Everyone would
They
vote
would,
for
100%.
Patches. Everyone would vote for Sister. Because you're just that
See
spiteful.
Sophia Cuddle or Braum bleed out? Kung Fu Fenris has voted for Braum.
All right, this is some overwhelming. This is some. Oh yeah, Veet. Veet 0.
While the
Thanks, Eric.
while the vote is going on, we're going to remind people that we have cards. All players and myself are equipped with these cards, which will help us as we continue. It is a safety device for the game. Green means that we are currently totally okay with what's happening and enthusiastically wish to continue, even if it might appear that we don't. Yellow means that we are okay with what's going on, but we are approaching our limit. Proceed with caution. And red means that we are not okay with what's happening, and we need either an immediate switch in subject matter, or we have to take a break so that we can figure things out. You in the chat do not have cards, but you can speak with a moderator. You can private message me. The players can't see, but I can if you whisper it to me directly. Or if you must, you can leave. We will not hold it against you, but remember to keep yourself safe no matter what's going on.
Yes.
According to our poll,
Shit.
it's going to be it's closer than I thought it would be, but we are going to start with Braum.
Braum, Braum, Braum.
So if anybody has any questions, now's the time.
Get comfortable.
Fuck you.
It could be a short scene. So
Wow. You guys are the worst.
I mean, save the best for last.
That's nice.
I couldn't think of anything
Or
to say.
save the last for first. The last breath that he's ever going to take. Because he's going to die.
Every breath you take.
Because Sophia needs to wear makeup.
It's time for another hair change, y'all. It's time.
For you or
Yeah,
for Sophia?
for me. Sophia can change her hair whenever she wants.
And what are you planning on?
I know what I want to do, but I can't do it. I want to go silver, but that wouldn't work with any of the roles I auditioned for ever. So instead, I might do a blue underdye or a purple.
Ooh,
that could be
sounds
fun.
Good. I have a question, John. Sorry.
Ooh,
And
this was
perhaps
a
we'll
pixie.
discuss
I
it
don't
in game.
know.
I probably took some banality from being down at the ironmongers.
You would have had to roll. But
Okay.
We're not going to worry about
That's
it. You're already pretty fucked. In fact, you can just quickly see just how fucked people are.
Oh, yeah.
We'll just throw that up there.
I'm sure it's there.
Blah.
We'll throw that up there now.
Colored pencil.
There has been a readjustment.
Yeah.
Yes, I miscalculated during the session last time,
True.
and we felt it only appropriate to speak the truth.
So Braum has no glamour, only 1 willpower remaining, and he has 3 health levels, not 1. As I had previously believed.
As did I.
So,
But yeah, we're good.
or no, I believed you had more.
Right, and you were correct. Yeah, no, exactly. Sorry, yes.
Sophia seems to be doing just fine. Sophia, you can also regain 1 of your willpower, like right now, just
Thank you.
off the top of my head. And you
We'll
can
see.
heal your last health level as well.
Thank you. Okay, and then that will give me.
Life light? Do you mean the well of life? The well of life he ate, which normally would heal all of your stuff, except that his damage is aggravated.
All ag.
Yeah, and aggravated
So
as brood
I'm
skis.
absolutely sitting out of, well, I'm not sitting out a few fights, but I'm going to be down a bit, folks.
That's what happens when you get smacked around with cold iron.
Yeah.
Ag and aggro. you pulled aggro on.
But like, that only really works when you also have a DPS to like do something. So I was like, I got this.
You ready? You know, there is a way for you to guarantee that you can play multiple people in chess at the same time and that you will come out with a 50-50 record. If I, for instance, chose to play against 2 different people, I would just make sure that in one round I played white and the other round I played black. And to take the moves from the other player
Very good.
so that in fact they're really just playing against each other and that I am the intermediary between the 2. As a result, it means that one of you will win, one of you will lose, and I will, of course, take the opposite. Or you tie, in which case it's the same deal either way. But that's one way. Really, though, the problem with that is that it's smoke and mirrors. You're not playing a game, you're playing a trick on either one of these players. And maybe that's not exactly what we want. When we play, we believe that we are actually facing an opponent. More and more these days, though, games don't come with a built-in opponent. The opponent is chance, or fate, or the game designers themselves. Board games that are cooperative in nature tend to fall along these lines. Where you're not playing against each other, but instead playing against the clock, the cards, the rules, the story, the scenario. Matt Leacock. It's just interesting. I've been thinking a lot about that recently. the nature of opponents, and how sometimes it can just be smoke and mirrors. Playing two players against each other who don't even know they're playing against each other, who believe that they're actually against me. We'll see. Braum, last I remember, you had managed to pull yourself into an alleyway to regroup. You're not nearly as hurt. Well, you're still pretty fucking hurt, but you are now much more mobile than you were before. You can, in fact, limp along at this point instead of crawling. But you do hear shouts, and one of the things that you absolutely hear is, "Why did you do that?" coming from the satyr.
Oh, God.
But the honking of traffic across a busy Montreal street is not something that you can very clearly just dash across without warning. And of course, your assailants, you know, have to be at least somewhat short on glamour. They're carrying cold iron, or they were until they chucked it into your person.
It's true. Amazing. Yeah, but of course I do, glamour or no, they're still obviously dangerous, and Halea's not gonna hold them off for me, I assume. So, Braum is going to attempt, Braum is going to attempt to, if he can get to the other side of, I'm not exactly sure I know approximately where we are. If you can get to the other side of Saint Antoine, whatever that street is, there's tunnels that lead up to downtown and then across to the Spark.
That's correct.
Under the highway.
Ooh, taking fort?
I think so, yeah.
Rue du
Somewhere around
Phare.
there. So I think
You also could potentially try to find entrance into the underground city. A network of connected malls, metros, shops that mean that you don't even have to go outside in order to move around.
You might be able to get to there from Lucien Lallier.
Yeah, I mean, I hardly blend in, but it's better than nothing, right? That's a good point. They probably wouldn't expect me to stick around just to go underground. So that's absolutely a good point. I'm going to see if I can find a point of I'm going to see if I can get on the metro at Lucien Lallier.
I think it's Lucien Lallier.
For those who have not been to Lucien Lallier, as a metro station or subway station, it is incredibly vertical.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
Because Montreal's subway is on rubber tires as opposed to steel tires, the metro can't in fact go up or down very much in terms of elevation. There's trouble climbing or descending. So the tracks all have to be on the same level of elevation. Lucien Lallier, however, is much higher than the tracks. So you have to go down the equivalent, I believe it's 10 stories before you...
Yeah, it's like 4 big escalators.
Yeah. So you have to actually descend.
Did you... Yeah. Lunatic.
Did you what? Sorry?
I ran up it a couple times. I counted it's like 120, 130 steps. No, more than that. Yeah.
That's way more than 120 steps.
Maybe that's one of the stairwells. Anyway.
Yeah. So you dash in, and as you'll recall, there's an exit that you can head towards the Bell Center, which is the large stadium in Montreal, or you can descend, or there's a train station that's there as well, an above-ground train station, but it's not currently running anything that you need. Roll me 1 die, please.
Let's do it. 5?
Cool. They're currently 5 rounds behind you.
Ah! Okay. I have no sense of when the metro is arriving, so if I was to go downstairs, I would be cornered. I'd also be with other people.
Yes.
So it's unlikely that they're going to try to, shoot me or whatever. But chimerical death doesn't feel great.
That's a fair assessment. Cold iron weapons are visible to other people, and they can't attack you physically without it looking like that to other people right now.
Yeah.
The time of day is still the afternoon, so there are plenty of people in this metro station right now.
Okay. I'm going to change that. I'm gonna head down the stairs. I'm taking them two at a time.
You're gonna head down the stairs. You could literally just slide down the.
Aw, shit! The banister?
Well, not the banister.
Well, like the
but
little escalator
Yeah.
thing. Fuck yeah! Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay, I'm gonna need a dexterity athletics check from you.
Absolutely.
Remember that your wound penalties still apply.
Yeah, I cannot botch this.
There are no
though,
elevators in this station.
which feels good. Oh, hey! 3 successes.
All right. So you attract quite a bit of attention because you are not a small person, and you are definitely not a child, but you are rocketing down these escalator banisters to the point where people are starting to dodge out of the way of you, and you hear various cries of surprise and muffled swearing. But by the time you get down to the bottom of them, you see that there's 3 Fae, a troll, a Clericon, and a Puka, a beagle Puka, who have burst in from the top and they can see you.
okay.
But you're like
Well,
3
below
stories
them, though,
away,
yeah.
you're well below. And they shout, pointing at you, and they start running, but they're taking the stairs.
Okay. Once I get to the bottom, I'm trying to evaluate which metro is coming first, because I will hop on whichever one. Despite
So there's
the fact that one
there's
of
2
them doesn't go in
directions,
one
right?
direction. Yeah.
One of the directions is going to head you towards Leonel Gru, which is much closer to the Spark.
Yep.
The other one is going to head you towards, well, if you wanted to get back on the Green Line, that would be Barrier You Come, which is the most busy station of all. Roll me a die. Even, and it's going to be towards Leonel Gru.
Odd.
So you know that the first one, within 2 minutes, is going to be heading towards Barrier You Come. 4 minutes is going to be heading towards Leonel Gru.
I don't have 4 minutes.
But you are still charging down. At this point now, you are just outside the turnstiles.
Yeah.
Remember, which are actually at the bottom of all the stairs. And you see that there's a very kind of wary-looking old woman sitting behind the glass in the booth, eyeing you. There's little ATM surrounding you, and there's the turnstiles in front of you right now. I don't know whether you carry a Metro Pass.
It's a good question.
I mean, you don't drive, so you must have one.
I would hope so. It's not in my list
It's not
of
like you
equipment,
cab
but-
everywhere.
That's true.
I'd assume that you probably have it.
So it's the middle of the month. I'm gonna beep it up and zip on through.
Okay, so by the time you make it down to the tracks,
Yeah.
you see, just outside the turnstile, you see the 3 of them, and they're looking at you, and they're just sort of glaring. However, they've ditched their quivers
Okay.
and their bows, so they're not currently showing any weapons. Otherwise, it would be strange if you saw 3 people with, bows and arrows.
For sure.
Shouting and running after you in a metro.
It is Montreal. Okay. I'm keeping an eye on them, but I'm moving towards one end of the platform where I know there will be 2 different cars pulling up, so that I could potentially head into either car, if that makes sense.
But you are in Lucien-Lelier, which
Yeah.
is on the orange line, which now means that all cars are connected.
Connected.
Haha, Montreal facts.
Oh no, it's true. I'm in
Ooh.
big trouble. Yeah.
I have an idea,
Shows you how much he takes the metro, though, right?
True.
because I used to take Lucien Lallier a lot.
What?
So
If you get on it, tell me.
if you run far enough to the extreme end of the track,
Yeah.
there's another exit. It's not an exit accessible to the public, but it's like an emergency exit. You could go up there and hide and make them think that you got on the train.
I don't know. They're watching me, right, John?
No, but if you run far enough away, they won't be able to see you anymore.
It's
You'll
true.
be
They
out of their
can't
line of
They
sight.
can't see you once you're past the first 20 meters of track.
It's just a thought. Don't feel rushed.
And then you hear just a stop.
I am not stopping. I'm heading towards the end of the track, and I am getting ready to hop on the metro.
1 minute. You've lost sight of them
Okay.
now. You're standing like close to the track itself, or are you sitting down, or what's going on?
I am standing towards the edge of the. I'm standing at the edge of the track, and I am looking back towards them, presumably headed towards me, but I'm trying to keep my eye on them. It's not like I can hide myself.
So they head down onto the track, and the first thing that one of them does is open up the emergency box and pulls the
That's so shitty. What an asshole.
pulls the emergency brake, which means that the metro will stop but will not proceed. An
When it
alarm
arrives.
starts ringing out.
Okay. The question is whether it will open its doors when it arrives. And I think the answer is yes.
Yes. it
So
does.
I'm gonna stare them down, sort of, Western standoff style.
One of them just starts walking. The one who pulled the lever is the Beagle Puka, and someone's like, "What's wrong?" And he says, "That man's ill," pointing all the way down towards you.
Okay.
He needs help. He has to go back to the hospital. Look, he's bleeding.
That's true. I'm
Mentally ill, called.
Yeah.
Drake. Absolutely.
I'm not gonna respond, but I am going to prepare to start running. Ooh, actually, I'm gonna back up towards the wall,
Okay.
and I'm keeping my eye on the train coming down the track.
The metro is now on its way in.
Okay. How close are they to me?
They're still
they're
a
still
good
down
like
close.
30 meters away. They're approaching you slowly.
Okay. I'm gonna start walking towards them with my hands raised.
Like
No, just
Okay, just
here. Just
that
no,
sort
I
of
don't
like
have a
a-
weapon in my hands.
Okay. Not the like touchdown. As you start walking, you see a looks to be maybe a 21-year-old wearing a very inappropriate for the weather thin leather jacket and stockings which are purple and black with spikes coming out of her boots.
Whoa.
You okay, man?
I'm sorry. Did you just say this was a? I'm so sorry. I missed the noun. This is a person.
A person. Just
Okay.
a normal mortal. Do you need help?
I do.
Are
I
they
don't-
chasing you?
Yeah. I don't know why. These three people, they cornered me in the alley up there. I don't know what they want, but I think I might do something crazy.
You're hurt. You don't need to do anything crazy. They're still walking towards
Yeah.
you. There's maybe 10 seconds before they get to you. The
What-
metro stops and the doors open.
Okay, so it's pulled up here.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think maybe, I don't know, I need to get by them. Do you think you could help me?
You need to go to a hospital.
No, I'm fine. They assaulted
She
me.
looks at you and like there's this disbelief.
Well, sure, yeah. You have to trust me. They attacked me. They did this to me.
Yeah, I know, but we got to get you to a hospital, man. Like you can't just run. They're not going to get you. You're safe now. 5 seconds.
You know what? You're right. You're right. I need some attention. Can you call the, and I'm gonna start to like, do one of these.
Swoon?
The swoon a little bit.
Roll me
Oh, well.
your stamina performance.
Oh God, what do you have in performance?
I have a jack of all trades dot. Thank you very much.
Ooh.
John, I am.
All that charades with Sophia.
Remember that your wound penalties apply.
Yeah. Aragorn is correct. Coldrick is correct. I have 2 successes.
Okay.
do
So
you think?
you are you like passing out into the train or onto the platform?
Into the train for maximum dramatic effect.
So,
Ugh.
and then you hear your companion shout, "We need an ambulance! We need an ambulance!" And those guys are the ones who attacked him. And she just starts like screaming, and she pulls out her phone, and she's like, "I'm filming you! I'm filming you!"
Yeah.
And then the three of them are just like, "We don't. What are you talking? What are you talking?" And then they just start heading back up the stairs.
Well, that works. Okay.
And then she walks over and she slams the emergency stop back up with her arm.
And I sort of
And she walks over and
look
she
up.
taps on the glass for the metro and she just goes, "False alarm."
Badass.
What kind of authority
Who is this?
person has? This is amazing.
My God, who is this? Yeah.
Make friends with her. Braum.
I kind of roll over and like flutter my eyes.
Okay, there's
a little
like
bit.
blood on the floor of the metro now. I mean, you are bleeding from several holes.
You're
Including
not
your butt.
wrong. No, stop! Damn it.
Just wait till you hear your name.
Clea.
Gross.
Courtney with a K.
And I kind of try to reach up towards her. Thank you. Thank you.
Sure. Mister, you gotta get to a hospital, like right now.
Yeah. You're right. The nearest one is probably at Vendôme, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But this metro doesn't go there. Can you help me get around to the other side?
Sure. And she, like, hauls your arm over her and she starts walking you up and around.
It's very kind. I'll kind of, I'll put my, I won't put my weight on her, but like.
But remember
I'll
that
support
your
her.
mortal weight is not the same as your troll weight.
True. But
I mean, you're still an adult male, and
six
she is
foot
not
whatever.
very large.
Yeah. But no, like I'll try
But
to.
she is very much in charge.
At this moment in time, you betcha. And I kind of look towards her again and I say, thank you. It means a lot to me that you believed me, that you came to my aid.
Hey, man, we got to look out for each other, right? You would have done the same for me.
On a good day, I hope so.
What's your name?
It's Brian.
It's Mike.
It's Dirk.
My name is Kyoko. Dirk. I love that Dirk.
I'm Nancy.
He's just like, oh, thank God.
It's very good to make your acquaintance, Nancy. Do you have somewhere to rush off to?
I was just heading home. It's cool. I can make sure that you make it to the hospital.
I think I should be okay, but I certainly wouldn't mind having someone to protect me.
Why the fuck did they jump you anyway?
Guess they don't like the look of me. I don't know. I wasn't doing anything. Maybe they thought I had money.
You don't look like you've got money.
Thanks.
And
I'll kind of like shift my back around.
then she reaches up and she feels, and then there's an arrowhead that's just like in you. Its shaft had been broken away when you got thrown, but
Oh. Hashtag broken shaft.
they shot you?
I immediately push her hand away. Yeah.
Muggers don't shoot people with arrows.
I mean, I guess they do when they try to run. I don't know what to tell you. This maybe it's some sort of stunt, some sort of vigilante group, or something.
Roll me your charisma subterfuge.
Uh-oh.
Let's see.
Okay,
See if Nancy's on the ball.
Braum's on fire, guys. 2 successes on 2 dice.
It's not enough.
That's just fucking weird.
Yeah. It's been a pretty weird couple of days. You know I got married on Sunday?
What?
Sorry, that's too much information. Sometimes, you ever have a week that sort of
I've
crams
never
in?
been married.
No.
And shot with an arrow.
Exactly.
Or 7.
But you ever have a week where a whole year's worth of life happens to you all at once?
Do you believe in love at first sight?
I do. Not sure if that has ever quite happened to me. Why do you ask?
Because that's what happens when I have one of those weeks. I fall in love. And then everything goes wrong.
Are those always related? Lucky
So
at
far.
cards, unlucky at love sort of situation.
Your metro's here. You sure you're okay to deal with this on your own?
I make a bit of a show of like standing away from her and like standing up.
Die of luck.
You fall over and die. It's a 7. It's a success. Or a 7, rather.
I'll see you around, Brian.
Try not to fall in love today, Nancy.
Hey,
Yeah.
can you do me a favor? And she pulls out a card and just scribbles something and then hands it to you. You text me when you know you're okay.
Yeah, I will. Thanks again. It's good to know there's good people out there.
Come on, get on.
I will. Yeah, I'll talk to you soon.
Whoa.
Prochaine station.
Prochaine session.
Georges Grenier.
I was thinking about which way. I head onto the metro and I...
And then in French, a guy who has a beard he's way too proud of looks up and cries out, "Oh, you're fucked up!"
Oh, t'es bien fucked up, là.
And I just do this. And I lean against a pole.
You hear a squeak as your blood gets on the pole.
Oh, I stopped leaning on the pole. I forgot.
Oh.
Instant. Whoa. And I'll just, I guess, look away from this guy.
So you're trying to head your way back to the Spark?
Yeah.
You're not going to a hospital.
I mean, do they have anything for ag? I mean, they might, I guess.
No.
I think we're good. Yes, I'm headed back to the Spark. Ay.
Ag.
The sauna doesn't last very long. The problem with saunas is that they get very warm and that they are also, technically places that other people enjoy spending time, and there's a certain amount of propriety involved. But a few hours later, the moon falling on newly fallen snow across the prairie makes any light coming in from a window not quite blinding, but it's a ghostly white, the sort of white that creates soft edges and is altogether so illuminating that it's no wonder that there are curtains anywhere that somebody can rest here. But Laurel's nude form silhouetted in this light, and you can see that as she looks down and ensures that the candles that are lit aren't going to immediately fall over or blow out, she reaches over and she pulls a sheet around her, just that small amount of shy that's endearing as opposed to strange. She glances back at the bed and there's just the slight upturn of a smile. He'll be here in the morning.
Absolutely.
Please don't leave until I've had a chance to see you again.
If things were different, I would have a hard time leaving at all.
Sophia. Zeron. And as if she makes a habit of just leaving wearing a sheet, she walks out of the room. The picture windows still looking out over the new fallen snow. There's a fireplace in this room. It's crackling. And it's not incredibly hot, but it's spilling enough light into the room that the shadows are long. The ice that make up the palace isn't melting. There's a decanter of wine and a crystal goblet full of water next to the bed. The sheets have been thoroughly mussed.
I'm gonna grab another sheet, wrap myself in it, and pour myself some more wine. Offer some to Zeron.
Zeron takes the wine, and he stands and he looks out over the prairie itself, just breathing very methodically right now.
You were so hesitant with her at the beginning.
Hesitant?
How dare you?
I thought the two of you had a history.
Why would you? A history.
Well, you said it, not me.
This is not my first time, Care Frost. There are first times for everything.
Okay.
Was I hesitant?
Mm-hmm. You were nervous around her.
Yes. Was it... Did I ruin it?
No, you did not ruin it. That was, something else.
I had heard stories. Over the past several years, I have made the trip here to Care Frost more than once. She'd expressed interest. But that was back then.
Did you reject the advances of a queen, Sir Zeron? You did.
Damn, man.
Wow.
Wasn't sure if I was worthy of such attention.
You know that's ridiculous.
Why?
Because of course you're worthy of the attention.
I look at you, and I see what?
I don't have your eyes.
Then if you look at me, you see what?
I see beauty, nobility, strength of character, and generosity, compassion, bravery.
I wasn't aware that you
Shall I
could
go on?
see bravery.
I can. I have very good eyesight.
Especially here.
I have a reputation and I have an image. I did not believe that it would be right for me to lead Her Majesty along as a result.
You really think you'd be leading her along? You don't think she's a woman who understands what she wants?
But back then I was looking for something very different.
That's true. That's true. So you did the noble thing.
I did the stupid thing.
I'm frankly just surprised that you could spend some time here, be pursued by one of the most beautiful creatures I've ever laid eyes on, and still come back. How could you leave this place? This reminds me of what I want the world to be.
I can leave this place because there are places in the world that are not like this. And it is my job, my duty, to try and make that so. But that's the answer I would have given you all the other times I'd been here. But I know that whether it's tomorrow or the day after, you will leave here. And while that doesn't mean that I would be forced to leave as well, it means that there are more than one oasis.
Sophia's gonna go over and give him a kiss. I know we have to leave. I'm not going to be able to sleep, so I'm going to go to the library.
I understand.
Do you think I'm allowed to bring this? Holding up the wine glass.
In the library, here, as long as you're not hovering it over any books.
Oh, good. So she just wraps herself up in the sheet, fills up her wine glass, and like putters out.
Sophia.
Grabs the prophecy paper. Comes back, grabs.
Okay. So in your inventory are one prophecy, one wine, and one sheet.
Amazing.
Perfect. Apply sheet to body. Apply wine to hand and mouth.
That same slua is still there. And if your look surprises him, it doesn't show. Is there anything that you'll be needing?
Just a quiet place to work.
The chamber you were in previously should still be available.
Thank you.
Will you require anything else?
No.
Clothing?
I'm all right, thank you.
I'll have someone take care of the fire for you.
I appreciate it.
He
Okay, you are now in a chamber. Your inventory is 1 sheet, 1 prophecy, 1 glass of wine.
Oh, do you want us to make a roll for the sexy times?
Actually, yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Although that may have changed how the previous scene would have played out, but let's
Possibly.
find out anyway.
Please roll me your stamina etiquette, please.
And my specialty in high society.
Yep.
Very good. True. Like willpower?
You don't have a stamina specialty, though, eh?
No, I only have 3 stamina for now. I got 2.
I didn't tell you what your difficulty was.
Shit.
Oh.
Sorry. Do you,
You're going to have to re-roll it now.
Yeah,
because I
that's
said you
okay, I'm
dished the
sorry.
roll.
I assumed it was 6.
No.
Okay.
It's not.
Okay.
You have an appearance of 6. That lowers your difficulty somewhat.
That's good.
Your difficulty is 5.
Well, that's better. That's 5 successes.
Hey.
Okay, so I have Laurel's roll,
Nice.
and I need Zeron's roll. Zeron's stamina is considerably higher.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You have how many?
I had 5 successes.
Everybody got 5 successes.
Hey!
Oh,
5s across the
shit.
board. That's really quite exciting, actually.
That's 17 dots of appearance and 15, a score of 15 on the sex roll.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
It's 19.
There's like an
Didn't I say-
incandescent
oh, yeah, 19,
beam
sorry.
of light that goes bzzz out.
Everyone's like,
Meteorologists are like, I don't get it. Aurora Borealis.
The whole
This is
castle
a
just
bit-
melts. Like, oh no.
Localized entirely in that ice castle?
Also, why is there an ice castle?
Yeah, exactly. Wait.
Excellent.
So you have the prophecy there in front of you.
Yeah.
Sure is crumbled. Sorry.
Yeah, and so what's striking her as she reads it?
Do you want to read out the prophecy?
Yeah, I'd love to.
I'm going to give you a quiet moment for this.
Thank you. The leaves stay mottled green e'en as they drop. A soggy blanket mist under the crush. Blank stares ahead and frozen feet won't stop the march of modern sons who cannot blush. They rend from us the right to master fate. A vassal cannot break the chains of might. The length of winter coming shan't abate, lest words unsaid emit from those with sight. A life of logic stasis waits for thee, where reverie and hope ring only wrong. All warmth will go, thy rap banality, and gentle rest for any full of song. To save the fae from chill, the crown must fall. Our dreams rely on workers ruling all.
After a short time, quite a young little troll comes in. He must be like 8 years old, and he's carrying like thick cords of firewood. And he comes in, and he very politely, before he comes in, he very politely just knocks at the door.
That's kind. What time is it, by the way?
Oh, it's like after midnight.
Nice.
So he kind of keeps his head cast down, and he comes in and he starts putting the firewood in on the fire in this small little chamber.
Excuse me, do you have a moment?
Yeah.
I read the prophecy to him.
Sounds like a lot of nonsense.
There are some people who believe it's not nonsense.
Well, they're weird.
Well, maybe you're right. Maybe there's nothing to this.
I prefer it when things are plain and clear.
But when you have a dream that's hard to understand, doesn't that make it a little more exciting?
No.
No?
No. Words are very important. It's good to know where you stand. It's good to know that that everything is as it should be and as it was promised.
Do you think everything is as it was promised now?
Well, promises get broken every day.
That's true.
Coach says that sometimes it's important to remember that just because you make a promise out loud, because you say it, what's more important is that you keep the promise to yourself. I don't know too much about that. I know that that's what the High Queen said in her message.
The High Queen.
The High Queen Lenore, she sent a very important message to all the castles, and then it said that no matter what, even though we were in a changing time, that the most important thing that we could do would be to remain true to ourselves, and she promised that she would do the same, not only as the High Queen, but also as the daughter of David and as a journeyman in Hesdougal. Coach also says that I should keep my stick on the ice, otherwise the pucks just go right underneath them.
He's very wise.
Yeah. He's always telling me smart things. I think he's good enough to play in the NHL, but I think he hurt his knee somewhere.
I have to go. What is your name? I'm so sorry.
Gordo.
Gordo, thank you for the fire. I'm going to go to bed. She
Okay.
really pulls the sheet around her,
Oh,
grabs
yeah,
the
that's
wine.
an 8-year-old, yeah.
Thank you so much. And I will see you soon.
You're welcome.
I'm Sophia, by the way. Goodbye. Oh shit.
Along the
I mean,
ground with the
Mix your
sheet.
way out of the room.
Ugh.
I love it. I love it. It's so good.
I was thinking it might be best to Erica. We'll talk after. Meet me in the Discord.
She beetles back up to the room.
When you get up to the room, you see that Zeron is curled up in the window, and he has a sketchbook, and he's got charcoal in his hand, and he's just passing it over. But when you come in, he sets the charcoal down and then looks up. I thought you were not coming to bed.
Listen to this. And she reads the last couplet back to him. What does that sound like to you?
It sounds as if whoever gave this prophecy is giving you an out, a way to make sure that it won't come true.
Right. This prophecy is old.
Yes, it was in the early 1980s, I believe.
Right. The crown must fall. Doesn't seem to be any other way to interpret that, right?
Well, there's several ways that a crown can fall, but typically it means the collapse of the monarchy or the replacement of one monarch with another.
Right. What just happened?
We had mind-blowing sex with the High Queen. Well, no, not the High Queen. No, that
Oh,
would be wrong.
Oh my
Wait a
god,
minute.
Zeron!
Coup. Sorry.
We had amazing sex with the Queen, and now you're running around the hallways wearing nothing but a sheet.
This is all true. Cast your mind a little further back.
We lost the High King.
We did. And I named the successor, Queen Lenore. Of House Dougal. Our dreams rely on workers ruling all. What if we're not trying to keep this prophecy from coming true? What if it's already been thwarted by us? The broken fight doesn't see that.
You may have a point, but
I'm just saying it's possible.
it gives us ground. At the same time, fanatics do not like to hear that their given texts are wrong.
Going to have to figure out a way to at least convince them that there are other possibilities. I don't know, but this gives me something to work with. When before we were just floundering in
I
an
wouldn't call
ocean.
what you were doing floundering. You're working towards a solution. You thought I was referring to the sex.
I did think you were referring to this sex, yes.
This may be difficult for you to believe, but perhaps it isn't always about the sex.
Fine.
There's no need
feel like
to
I
get
got-
snippy at me about
I
this.
feel like I could cut this tension with like a spoon or something, man. I don't know what to tell you.
This is good. The sex and the prophecy. This is good. Does that mean we have to leave tomorrow?
It means the High Queen is in danger, more so than we thought. And it is also possible that the reason why they're going after her is because they know that this may be one interpretation.
They haven't found her yet, and I'm afraid that if we try to track her down, then we'll compromise her safety.
Think about a religious cult. The leader often knows that he's spreading a message of lies. After all, he needed to be charismatic to create followers, to give him money and power and people. And yet, when challenged, those who believe, those who truly believe, will resist because they don't want to believe that they have been wrong all this time. But the leader, who knows that it is all bunk, they'll go to lengths to create new lies. And that's where I think you have something to go with.
So we need to find who's at the top?
I believe this may be a way for you to find that out.
If I thought I couldn't sleep before, I certainly can't sleep now.
Is there a reason?
I'm all riled up.
Do you wish to leave?
No.
Then what would calm you down? We need you at your best.
Some tea. Some tea.
I can find tea. He gets up and he does not steal a sheet. He
Yes.
puts clothing on.
Oh, I thought he was like he just strolls out naked as the day he was born.
I'm looking for some orange pico.
We have the Earl Grey right here. You know what I might want?
Anyone wants some English breakfast? Oh my god, get him out of here. Just the Earl Greys. Filthy. Wow.
Do you have anything else that you need to accomplish
No,
other than waiting for tea?
no. I'm gonna sit at the window and look at what Zeron was drawing.
He's
Just an orgy. Whoa.
Whoa.
it's literally just like a circle and a line.
It's a flip book.
Wow.
It's horrible.
He's drawing patches.
Was he thinking about patches during
Hang
the...
on. We don't know what's going on
The image is as a sketch of Patches at a work table, and there's a silhouette that hasn't been filled in next to her.
Sophia's gonna text Patches. I hope you're all right. Give me news when you can.
Oh, that might actually work. Go and text her. Text her. That's it.
Yeah, because you might be able to.
Because I believe that her show is over and they're in the middle of strike, so
Oh!
she might actually be able to answer.
Oh, this is so cool. Okay, 1 second.
Huh?
Sorry, my phone's a little slow, so you can feel free to.
You're now at Atwater.
Woof. Okay.
This is the wrong music for that.
My guard is up. My blood is flowing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're causing a scene.
Oh. I'm sure people are. Oh, yeah, because I had to switch metro lines and everything. Oh, my God. People are not having it. But I am Sir Braum. I don't get distracted by such petty things as the looks of strangers. I am keeping my head on a swivel. I'm looking for other Cathane as I head up out of the metro towards the Spark. Actually, I can head through the underground.
Yep.
And emerge closer.
So this tunnel is less used because not a lot of people head to Westmount Square from the metro. Westmount Square is kind of fancy and people drive there. They don't take public transit there.
True.
So as you continue to, pull yourself down this hallway, you just start hearing whistling.
Tuneful. I feel like I, Scott, potentially recognize this tune, but I
Probably
can't
don't.
place it. Okay, good. Phew. I stop, go to my phone, kind of lean against the wall, and as I try to look back towards the source of the whistling, whilst I send some text messages.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. I have no idea.
Okay, no, that's fine. I'm going to text a couple of people. I'm not sure how many of these I get done, but I'm also I'm using it as an opportunity to stop moving so I can look back and see if someone's following me specifically.
No, nobody is following you. If you look back.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh.
From the shadows.
It's echoing down this hallway.
So bad, man. So not down.
Toss a coin to your whistler.
All right. I will finish these texts at a later moment. The note from, I want to say Nancy.
It's just a phone number.
So just her number, okay. I will whistle the same tune back and keep moving forward.
Oh, that's nice. And then sitting in a spot reserved for buskers, using nothing but the power of his own voice. He has a hat in front of him with a couple of coins, but his goat legs drawn up underneath him and his arms crossed, leaning against the wall.
You certainly seem to be in a good mood.
There's nothing I like more than a predictable enemy. Sit down. You look like you could use it. It's okay, it's just me here.
Gwydion sense.
Sure.
For sure.
Difficulty 6.
Okay.
I need some alcohol to deal with him.
Perception. Kenning 3, I think. I always forget. Yeah. Ooh.
Remember your wound penalties?
Yep. 1 success.
He's not telling the truth.
Well, I guess technically I am there, so it wouldn't be just him. That's true. But he said, right? Like he said,
He's
it's
being
just me.
distrustful.
He's
Like-
being, yeah.
Deceitful.
Yeah, deceitful. That's
Yeah.
a good way to put it.
Thanks, Liz. That's a great idea. I'm gonna make to start walking again towards the spark. I'm not sure if
So
we have
he's
any-
between you and the
Oh, I
spark.
see. Okay, I see. So then I'll walk up towards him.
Just sit down.
You can understand why I probably wouldn't want to do that.
Oh, well, let's see what happened the last time you didn't do what I asked you to.
Touché.
Sit down.
I will sit on the ground. What is it that you want?
You got lucky.
I'm not sure what you mean.
I need to know what you have on Halea.
Well, surely she would know. You could ask her yourself.
Are you trying to be clever with me, or are you just refusing to answer? Because
I
that's
don't-
fine.
I don't think I've ever tried to be clever in my life.
Well, that's not true.
Don't need to be of House Gwydion to know that. I don't have anything on Halea.
Well, I know that you're looking up stuff. I know that you're trying to find things.
Can't blame
So I'm
it.
right here, and I'll answer whatever you need to know.
Great. Of course, we know that our goals are not aligned, perhaps even directly at odds with each other.
Why do you say that? Do you want the long winter to come around?
No.
So then our goals aren't so far apart, are they?
That is true. We've had this discussion before. Is your methods I disagree with.
My name's Mazer.
Am I M-A-I or just
M-A-Z-E-R.
Have you been waiting for this for a long time, Mazer?
Honestly, I kind of sprinted here as soon as I saw you leave. Figured that I'd get here before you, or that somebody else would catch you first, but I was right.
And what about this whole revolution? Have you been waiting for this for a long time, Mazer?
I know that It's really hard to believe, but we're trying our best to do something right. You've been so wrapped up in your life dealing with the High King and now the High Queen that you don't understand when things don't go your way. Will be heard one way or the other.
You've certainly broadcast your message quite effectively already, I would say.
Broadcast? No. See, a lot of people still aren't even really aware that we exist. You are. People who run in your circles, maybe. But we're still just trying to make sure that the long winter doesn't happen.
And I would love nothing more than to bring this petition before the High Queen. Although
See,
I know
now,
nothing about it.
I don't think that's true. I think you think we're terrorists. I think you hate us.
You are terrorists.
And we do
And
hate
I do
you.
hate you.
Or-
It's not a joke, really. Mazer, I simply mean that if I want to protect this world from threat, as do you. Let me lend my voice to this cause, protecting it from threat.
See, I don't trust your voice when it comes to that.
Ah. And if I were to not have 3 letters in front of my name, you would trust it more?
No, we've kidnapped your wife, man. We've done some pretty horrible things to you and yours. I don't think that you're willing to throw that all away, just in the interests of peace.
You mean throw it away? This would resolve our
Your
issues.
vengeance? No. See, I could see you trying to work with us so that you can maneuver us into a better position. I could see you saying that you'll speak our message out loud so that we get fleshed out. But no, I don't trust you to be sympathetic to our cause right now. I just don't. And I think you understand why, and I think you can appreciate it.
Do you take me for a conniving Aiel?
He'll at least have something they stand for. I take you for a Gwydion. I take you for someone who believes that nobility and honor are all that matter to provide for the rest of the world, instead of planning, thinking, doing.
I can't convince you. Can I?
Do you think I could convince you?
But friend, you have. You've convinced me of the importance of your message. I want to bring it forward. I want to help you so that I can get my wife back and my friends. I wonder, Mazer, if you really do want to hurt me.
See, I know what other people want. Right now, I just need to figure out why Halea decided to betray us and set you free.
Perhaps she realizes that the strength of a troll is in their word, and I can't speak many words if I'm dead or locked up.
We don't care about your strength.
Bully for you. I have lots of it.
Not where I'm sitting right now, you don't. You're leaking from several holes I made sure we put in you.
You told me I could ask you questions, Mazer.
Yeah, I've answered them. I'll keep on answering them. Because right now it's just you and me in a tunnel with no one else around.
I thought, because of the trouble that was taken to get Halea back, that perhaps she was at the head of this circle, this group?
She's not at the head of this circle. You think that she's the leader of Broken Flight? Broken Flight's been around way longer than she has.
Do you even have a leader? It seemed pretty disorganized to me.
By design.
By design, you're being kept weak, separated from each other, scared, alone.
Scared and alone. See, I don't really feel scared or alone right now. You're alone. I mean, I know that no one else is around, so yes, technically I guess we're alone, but I've got people who are on my side who will protect me. It's a standard way of operating when you have to operate against the government. You operate in separate cells, so if one cell's compromised, the others can continue to work. It's pretty standard. It's why, for instance, I don't know where your wife is. See, if we had shared all that information, then you could beat it out of me right now. But I don't know. I have no idea where she is.
Gwydion sense?
Thank you.
No, I must. That's like, oh boy.
I was going to be mighty angry if you had
no,
me.
for sure. Sorry. Oh God.
Are we still talking about the sex?
Still difficulty 6.
Okay. 3 successes?
He's telling the truth here.
Fuck.
No, it's okay. That's bad.
Good, then it doesn't matter if I kill you.
Crunch. Oh, sorry. One thing I've learned in war is that the landscape shifts constantly. Without means of communicating between these cells, what would you do if things changed? Perhaps if you won, or if it was to be called off.
If we won, there'd be no need for cells. The long winter is called off, and we no longer have a reason to exist.
Called off? Mazer, do you believe that whatever is in this prophecy of yours, do you believe that by fulfilling it, you will simply erase the possibility of the long winter forever?
It's a long winter as we know right now.
It didn't take you for...
It's like saying, you know, if you think that you've cured this disease, do you think that you'll live forever? No, obviously not, but we exist to eradicate this threat. It's funny.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that you'd ask the same question she did.
You're making it really hard for me to like you, Mazer.
Why?
You tell me you don't know anything about her.
Oh, I'm not talking about Kyoko. I'm talking about Kay. Sophia?
I just need a moment to watch Aragorn's reaction in chat for a second here. Oh! Whoops!
Literally
Sorry, but these reactions are amazing.
Destroy the tunnel that I am in right now.
Can you just Hulk rage and like... Oh, use the Super Meat Boy. That's what Braum looks like right now.
No, this was good.
Ah! Oh, that's pretty good. Maybe I'll get a haircut like that. Sophia is going back to sleep. Oh, she did hear back from Patches, though.
Oh!
She got a text back from Patches.
I don't know what Patches said. What was Patches
So she said, I hope you're all right. Give me news when you can. Patches responds with, found Kenwyn, need to re-enchant him. No one else yet. He better have answers. Sophia responds, I'm heading back in the morning. See you soon. Stay safe.
Okay. That's fair.
Interesting. Sophia's going to go to sleep. after her tea.
So the timer on the screen is going to be a little inaccurate because we're now bouncing back and forth between time, but that's okay. When you wake up the following morning, you are thoroughly wrapped up in Zeron. He's spooning you from behind, and you can feel his breath just warm on your shoulder. The teapot has since, for some reason, it is still steaming in the morning. And just inside the room, you see that there's a dinner bell covering a plate. I guess a breakfast bell.
It's a meal bell.
I gently lift his arm off.
As you lift his arm off, he turns and there's a small smile on his face. You can see that his fingertips still show a little bit of the charcoal, but it isn't on you. And he somehow has also not got on any of the sheets because she.
Classic, right?
I like how that's the explanation
Hey,
for so many
I'm
things.
here for it.
She.
That's some good magic.
That's great. Sophia gets up and putters on over to the meal bell.
It's not like a huge breakfast. It's also not like what you would expect from the Spark, but there's fruits and tea and coffee.
She's gonna make up 2 plates and pour some tea or coffee.
Coffee, please.
Sophia's gonna have some coffee this morning too.
Let's have some travel.
Yeah. That's it. I realize I'm 1 day late on this.
So, just roll just 1 die for me, please.
7.
There's a small double take from Zeron from that sentence, but then he calms down. Oh, what do you mean?
What did you think I meant?
Oh!
I'm not used to hearing you say that you're 1 day late.
Do you really think this is how I would... what? Also, how do you think that works?
I know how it works.
Our threesome was last night, Zeron.
I don't believe this is the first time that you and I have engaged.
You owe me a story about your chrysalis.
Yes,
Yes.
that's true.
I think I just crystallized again, right? Sorry.
You're funny here.
I did a lot of growing up outside these castle walls. Yes, I owe you a story about my chrysalis. I'm tempted to say that it happened on the field of battle, but that's a gross over-exaggeration. It was on a curling sheet.
A curling sheet?
I was participating in the under-18 Canadian curling championship.
Absolutely insane.
This
Queen of
is the
Hearts,
greatest
isn't it
thing
called?
I've ever heard. I'm going to love this story. I can already tell.
In curling, I can hear Braum laughing from here.
Oh, good. He's still alive. Excellent. Continue.
Not for long.
In curling, there are no referees. There are no umpires. There is only what is called the agreement between players. The rules will be followed, and that Infractions will be called by those who infract. And I had noticed that my opponent had burned a stone. To burn a stone is to touch it after it's been laid to rest on the ice.
Someone was touching their stones inappropriately. I'm sorry, please keep going. This is wonderful.
This is going to happen a lot, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason I don't.
Talk about your stones?
In certain provinces, this would be considered quite a noble chrysalis. I noticed that one of my opponents essentially was cheating. And I had to decide whether or not to violate the terms of the agreement by pointing it out, or to accept that if my opponent had chosen to cheat, then that was going to be the end of it, and that he would have to reap his own karma. Shall I go on, or have you already decided that this is too adorable?
Please go on. And it is adorable.
We lost. I never pointed it out. I never said anything. And my teammate was inconsolable. He hadn't noticed that there were issues. Nobody on our team save me. And I knew at that point that I couldn't tell them because I did not wish to rob them of a competition that they'd earned. To know that your win could simply be grabbed merely by saying out loud that your opponents had cheated. It would not feel like a victory. It would be empty, hollow. And it would violate the agreement. And he was so upset, bereft, that I found him in the equipment room. He was preparing to break his broom. And frustration and anger. And I stopped him. He said that I should be just as angry as he was. After all, I had lost as well. And I said, no, I was not angry. I was proud of what we'd accomplished. And he said that I wasn't real. That I was just trying to emulate the storybooks. The hell of it is I don't know whether he's right. I don't know whether I was doing it because I genuinely believed in the agreement and in the tenets of valor and play, or whether I simply wanted to be the hero. Either way, the point was moot. I crystallized then. Which meant that I had a lot more to think about than a curling championship. As it turned out that there were others who were in the stands who noticed the explosion of glamour, came and got me. I spent the first 3 weeks of my changeling life in a commoner muse. They kept promising that they'd bring me to other she, but that I had one more lesson to learn, one more thing to know about how the rest of the world lived. The only thing is, They had promised that they had told my parents where I was, that I was still on this curling trip, but had neglected to tell my coach or my teammates. And so there was a manhunt out to find me, and I had no idea.
Did you return home?
Yes. I have a healthy relationship with my family. None of them know truly who I am, but I've come to accept that that's an inevitability. Not everyone could understand.
So you crystallized wondering whether or not you were real.
I crystallized wondering whether or not the way that other people saw me was because that's who I truly was, or whether that was because who I thought I should be, or whether that was the image I was trying to portray.
And now?
I've since learned that I cannot focus on what other people think. That all I can be is who I am. I can teach, and I can be. But I'm not here to impress anyone. I'm not here to be a hero of someone else's story.
It's rare to hear an Arcadian she speak like that. I didn't know you were raised in a commoner muse at first.
I essentially was raised in a commoner muse. They did introduce me to she. I wanted nothing to do with them for the first year. Mostly because they saw what others saw. I don't have a particularly compelling chrysalis.
It is compelling. Thank you for sharing it with me. And I'm sorry I laughed.
It's a noble sport.
You'll have to take me to a game sometime. I've never been to curling.
Few have.
We have to go back today.
I know. There was a time that I thought that I loved her.
Laurel?
And I realized that what I loved were the stories I'd heard, the beauty I saw, the compassion, the bravery. But I'm not sure I truly knew her.
Maybe she, like you, was trying to be what the world expected her to be.
Maybe. I'm glad I waited.
Me too.
But I'm glad that I didn't wait forever. We should go.
I'm gonna stand. What did you say to me?
I said that it isn't your current wife who asked me these questions. It's your dead one.
And when did you have the pleasure of meeting someone so much better than you?
You could call it pleasure. I'd call it difficult.
When, Mazer?
12 years ago, It was around the time of Halea's trial.
The Red Branch was pursuing you.
Oh no, they didn't pursue me. They were asking me questions. I'm not sure that Kay knew that I was part of the Broken Flight, but she knew that I had sympathies. Very perceptive, you know. She was very good with people. Very smart, cunning. Figure things out. Look, I don't mean any disrespect towards Kay,
That's good.
but she absolutely was the kind of person who would try to become your friend while holding a knife to your back.
That's less good. And I crack some knuckles.
I mean, what? What do you want me to do? Do you want me to lie? Mr. Gwydion, sir. She was really good at making friends with people. She was the good cop.
I wish there was a way that I could help you to see beyond the walls that you've erected for yourself.
I wish there was a way for you to untie the blindfold that you put around your head because it makes you feel warm.
The soul of a poet, Mazer.
You just don't want to hear how I describe some other people in your life. You don't think that we don't keep tabs on you?
You know what I don't understand, Mazer? Did you think that one of us was going to be able to lead you to the High Queen Lenore? Why us?
Like it's about you and the Red Branch.
Exactly.
It's
So
not
why?
about you.
Exactly. So why us?
Because Sophia has access to the High Queen. So does Patches. And they might have had a head on their shoulders that they would have been able to help us with.
I don't see my name on that list.
Your former Red Branch. You've got your head so wound up in honor that you're not going to listen to us. And you believe you understand and know truth simply because you understand when someone's lying.
I had a crisis of faith yesterday, Mazer. Everything I believed about who I am was called into question. And I can tell you, truthfully, that I have not resolved all of these concerns. I don't think you care, Mazer. I'm just trying to tell you the truth.
I understand. Point is that you and I are on opposite sides of a conflict that are incredibly important to both of us. And you've compromised someone very important. And we don't know how, and you aren't answering. So, I guess that's it.
I could just keep telling you I don't know over and over, but I guess that would amount to the same thing. You're right, why don't we just skip to the finale?
You don't really know how to close things out, though.
I don't.
No.
Oh.
For one thing, I am perfectly healthy. I have no cold iron holes in me. I have access to every single art at my command. Arts which, I think you understand are, at least a little useful on somebody gullible like you. And I also know that the longer that I keep you here, the more I might be able to understand you, and that you might be able to understand me. See, because right now, all we have are our clever words. We don't have friends to back us up.
I think you're wasting my time on purpose, Mazer.
Why would I do that?
I don't know. Probably to keep me away from the place that you're going next.
Well, look, you can't close things down. Do you want to know how I know that?
How do you know that?
Well, it took your friends to drag you out of our Abford Pharma after you went nuts because you killed your wife. You needed help from an Ishu who was compromised to liberate you from killing King Melge after he captured you. King Melge, who, if I'm not missing my guess, has spent more than a couple of nights with your wife because, you know.
This is where you say which one.
Ah, very good.
She can get things done. You
It's worth it.
were dragged off and disappeared for a decade. And then when you come back, you're surrounded by knockers and she who are doing the job for you. Coasting on the name. One of your wives was the good cop. One of your wives, the honeypot. You, the muscle, never the brains.
The saddest kind of person is the schoolyard bully who can only make themselves feel better by belittling others. I could crush your skull in my hands, but you, Mazer, are not worth it, and I am going to be a better person and show you mercy. Goodbye. And I start to walk by him.
I want you to roll me perception. What's your hidden weapons?
Alertness, hidden weapons. I have
perception
yeah.
alertness. And your hidden weapons will come into play.
You notice a single tear falls
But it's
out of
really
his eye.
sharp. Oh no, I have a wound penalty.
Difficulty is 7.
Okay. 4 successes with the specialty.
He's holding a gun underneath his clothes.
Okay.
You can tell.
Yeah.
There's a hidden emotional weapon.
I'm going to start to walk by him.
If you tell me what you did with Halea, that will be taken into account when they try to figure out what to do with your rabbit.
I like to stop and turn. I don't know if he'd let me get within reaching distance. I've like moved towards him or tried to move past him.
I'd say that right now you're within charging distance. So there's a very specific, like I think it's 7 meters.
Okay.
7 meters is the distance at which having a firearm over a knife doesn't give you much of an advantage.
Like within
because
the-
the
yeah.
time it takes to draw and fire it, you can close that distance. That's why police officers are trained to make sure that they maintain at least that much difference
Right.
when they have guns drawn on somebody, because otherwise it doesn't make much of a difference.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
You're 8 meters away from it.
Okay.
But you can try to close the distance if you want. He may not know about this. That's a very specific kind of
Yeah.
training.
I'm trying to remember what he just said.
If you can tell me,
Oh yeah, right, of course.
if you can tell me what you did with Halea, that might influence what happens when we decide what to do with your rabbit. 21-foot rule, yeah.
3 feet
Yeah,
in
7
here.
meters.
There you go. So, I'm going to just show him my hands, and I'm not gonna take small step. I'm gonna take one relatively large step towards him, and then stop moving.
Okay, you
Just-
are at 7
That's
meters.
the yeah. Cool. I have nothing on Halea.
Something happened.
Yes, something did happen. I did her a favor. She did one in return.
What favor did you do for her?
I'm feeling a little under the gun as we discuss this. You wouldn't shoot me.
I have given the order to shoot you several times. I have no trouble shooting you now. You have to understand that your life is worth very little to me beyond the answer to this question.
How am I to give you the right answer?
Somehow I'll know.
You'll have to ask her, but
I don't intend to ask her. I intend to ask you.
Mazer, I'm going to tell you. She had an oath to tend to. I looked into her eyes. I knew it to be true. And she understands as well as I do that oaths are her lifeblood. I let her go.
You'd captured her? And you let her go for an oath?
As he lowers the gun, I'm going to charge him. Like, as he's like, nah, like laughing or whatever.
Oh.
I'm going to try
Braum's
to jump
greatest weapon. Make people mock him,
Yeah.
and then he gets the jump on them.
Then I think it's really going to come down to which one of us rolls initiative better.
Ah! It's a single die.
Do you have
and I
any
a penalty.
willpower for the love of
I
fried
can't spend
potatoes?
willpower on a...
Can you
I
spend
could-
willpower to ignore your wound penalties?
Yes.
Now might be a really good time to do that.
That's... It seems like a better... I'm going to save it to use it for dodging. 4, 8, 6. Let's go.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Thank you. I want fried potatoes now.
Me too.
Oh, I want a hash brown. Want an A&W hash brown?
Oh, you want to go for an A&W hash?
God damn it, guys!
God, I really want one.
I'm gonna die here. Should I
Okay.
show the...
You ready?
Yeah. What am I doing? Oh!
He fires.
This is gonna hurt.
If this is how you die...
Alone in a
No, I said this last time. I was like, if you get beaten to death outside a cold iron worker's place, I'm going to be furious. And I
Are
was
you... Okay, actually, I should say before... I do this-
Sorry, my
Stress
my
eating.
right.
You were charging him.
Yes, but I,
With what purpose?
to disarm him.
You were
To
going for-
knock the gun
You're going
out
for a
of his
disarm.
hand.
Well,
Correct.
he's just going to shoot you.
Okay.
So do you wish to abort?
Yes, I would like to spend a point of willpower in order to abort my action to
To-
take a full defense,
Full defense?
which
All
is
right. Well, you are...
6. Yeah.
You can...
Yeah, I rolled.
You can basically just, like, flatten yourself against the ground or dodge against the wall.
Are you in a metro tunnel?
Yeah.
Rip one of those mirrors off the wall and use it to ricochet the bullet back into his
This
face.
is exalted. God damn it.
Come on, man.
Because there is no dodge against firearms.
Right. Right.
There's just improving your situation.
Like cover. Watch.
So,
Yeah, do that.
are you going to do that?
Um.
Or are you going to toughly take the bullet? Because you can drop yourself prone.
Yeah, but then he's just gonna shoot again. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's
Sure.
gonna like. Yeah. Probably. So, I am going to.
You
my
are going
God.
to.
Sorry. I'm gonna. I can't really do anything other. I'm gonna. Can I keep moving forward, but try to press myself against the wall? Is that still an option? No. Not
Okay.
really. It's one or the other, right?
You're going to continue trying to disarm, but you're going to try to make sure that you're.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't have to spend willpower for that.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
So here it comes.
Oh my god, Braumy Braum.
It's a hit.
Okay.
Your stamina. This is not cold iron.
Okay. My merit should apply here. No, it's not chimerical.
Now
Is it
remember that-
chimerical? Sorry, I should ask.
Oh no, it's real.
It's very, very much not.
Doing waving a real gun around in a metro tunnel.
Intense.
Dude, there are cameras. What are you doing? Where
guy
did you get
doesn't
it?
give a
Where's your
fuck.
license? I have
I'm
so
rolling
many
my stamina.
questions.
Uh-oh.
So many questions.
I rolled no successes on my stamina, John.
Oh my God.
No successes.
Literally
on your
none.
stamina.
A 1 and a
God.
6.
Oh my god.
How much How much this is gonna set me back, buddy?
Oh my
I think
god.
that's it for
You fucking kidding me?
Take 3 lethal. You fucking idiot. As he drags himself up to his goat legs as Braum pitches forward. You just don't know when to quit, do you? Come on in. He's done for. There we are. You start hearing footsteps coming from behind you. So this is what happens. She gives you a shot, and then you decide to just charge at me? Where does your power come from, huh? Your fists? I have a fucking gun.
For many years, I guess I thought my honor made me invincible.
It's okay. We're gonna dump you at the steps of the Spark. You'll still have your Viking funeral or whatever. I mean, you're the one who set up that cairn for Selwyn, right?
Why are you mocking me?
Because it's the only way to beat you. It's through manipulating you in that head of yours.
Mazer, take this as... We don't tell lies in death, Mazer. So please try to take this as truth from me to you, just one Kithane to another.
Go ahead.
I'm telling you the truth about Halea. I'm telling you the truth about this. Someone is going to disprove your prophecy in one way or another. Mazer.
That might matter to the fanatics. But it doesn't matter to me. You think I give a shit about a prophecy?
You're just trying to tear it all down.
Now I'm gonna tell you a little secret. They believe, but I know where I can benefit from this. I'm not an anarchist, Braum. I am a pragmatist.
You have so little value for life that you throw away others in pursuit of your own enrichment? Go home and look at yourself in a mirror. You are the embodiment of everything that is wrong with this world. You are not a dream. You've already been infected by the long winter, you just don't see it.
Infected?
Yeah.
Well, I guess medical degrees aren't one of your fortes either. and you hear a bang.
But like I hear it, right?
I think I would take it very kindly if you stepped back from him.
I was gonna text you today.
Last time I saw you was a 360.
You see the gun has been blown out of his hand.
Whoa, dude!
And Fala strides forward, holding her pistol. Braum, I'm sorry, but there are at least 7 others who are converging on this location right now.
I guess I better crawl quickly.
Mazer just folds his arms in front of him. You have to understand, infected or not, there's too many of us. We're thinking faster than you. We're moving faster than you. There's only so much that you can drag those old stone bones around. And however many friends you have, you're going to run out.
As will my breath one day.
Learn to quit, Braum. And he turns around and he starts walking, and Fala just asks, I understand I am no longer directly under your report, but I will kill this man if you ask me to.
I didn't want to kill him, and I don't want you to do so either.
Come on! Fuck! All my RPG characters I've ever played are behind you going, kill him! Kill him! I'm so sorry!
There is strength in mercy. One he will perhaps understand.
I can only hope he is not lost to us yet.
I am not strong enough to carry you, but I have found someone who is.
What?
Halea comes in from the other end of the tunnel. The point was for you not to get shot. She crouches down, and Fala says, your words may protect your own ego merely because you see a greater troll in front of you than you are now. I still need you to lift him and carry him to the spark. May I be the road beneath your feet right now.
And I look at both of them and I just say, help me, please.
You hear Mazer laughing as the door at the far end of the tunnel closes. You feel your body get lifted. The bullet, honestly, not as bad as the rest of your wounds.
Good, I guess.
Shock. Lots.
I am going to cover your escape so that you can make it inside the spark. I should tell you that at the moment there is no defense matrix, and it would be impossible for us to hold off through the use of technology alone. Strength of arms is what is required, and you are in no position to assist at this point. The information you contain is more important right now. You must survive. And she looks at Halea. If he dies, you will not appreciate what I will do.
Fala, don't do what I tend to do. Don't get yourself killed for me.
I'm sorry. But I had a wonderful teacher. Go. And she crouches down and just continues to cover the hallway exit as Halea starts pulling you back.
Oh no. I look at Halea as I'm being carried, I guess.
So he came back, what, to taunt you?
He wanted to know why you betrayed them. Why you did what you did.
I need help, Braum.
With her?
I have oaths sworn,
I get that.
and I think I may have sworn the wrong ones. Will you help me?
As you carry me now, I will help you.
Your friends are going to kill you.
My friends were already planning on killing me.
It's true.
I don't think this could make it much worse.
Not true.
The last time you brought in someone who'd almost gotten us all killed, it was Fala.
You need to rest. Just let me carry you for now. No one will see us.
I feel like my punishment in the afterlife will be having to carry the world upon my shoulders for all the times I've been carried.
You're no Atlas.
Perhaps it's just wishful thinking then.
Mazer wins by destroying from within, not without. Don't let him do that.
Alea, he told me that he doesn't believe. He's in it for himself.
You can feel her kind of squeeze a little bit tighter.
Oh, my blood!
My butt blood.
My blood!
I don't know where to go.
It's this way. And I, like, loll my head. Like in...
Like in Princess Bride.
Princess Bride, thank you very much. It's a little... I pull a Carrie Elwes.
My blood.
I dropped it.
God.
I've done so many unspeakable things because I was told, because I was ordered. I've been trying to prevent the long winter.
It's all any of us want to do.
As you start riding up the elevator towards the spark itself, which incidentally is a little crammed. I mean, it's not meant for a troll to be lengthwise.
Yeah, two trolls.
Now I can either let you go, or you can capture me.
I know what my friends would want me to do, and I think it's what I should do. How will you tend to your oaths? Is she safe?
No one's safe in their clutches. But I've hidden her. She'll have a couple of days. After that, I'll have to find her and move her again.
I think this would go a long way to helping to convince certain members of the Spark that you are an asset not an enemy.
They'll see my deeds and not my words.
They'll have to take my deeds and my words then. I'm sorry, Helena. I can't undone what you have done. Undo. Damn it!
No one can.
It's a good try.
God damn it.
But if anyone can help me understand how my words have been twisted and how I can still find my strength, perhaps it's you. The door opens up. She walks forward. Where do I go?
Forward. Towards the spark.
Over
And
in the-
and then I oh, where in the spark?
Yeah,
Is no one here? Like in the exhaust?
they can't see you.
Fancy.
Incisor is currently sitting in the exhaust, but
Right.
that's it.
But she can't
She can't.
see
Or
us.
she does
Or
not.
she
notice
does
you.
not notice it. Well, shit. My bed is in the back.
You
Please
need
place
more
it
help than a bed.
To my bedroom.
That is true. Dr. Saley is in her office. We will find her.
Okay. But you'll need to capture me, or I will have to leave.
All right. Let's at least get me there, so I only have to stand for a moment.
So, she drags you over to Saley's office. Saley's not there currently. But Patch's dad is.
What's he doing there?
Wow. Wow.
He's poking through her fridge.
That's the greatest euphemism I've ever
That's
heard.
disgusting. Why would you say that, Liz?
Damn! Damn!
Oh, yikes.
Damn!
Well, it doesn't really matter if he sees me capture Helena, so... What's he doing exactly? Is it clear? He's just like looking through there?
I don't know, man. You're an in cap. It's kind of hard for you
No,
to
it's
tell.
super fair. You know what? That's super
Your
fair.
eyes aren't even working.
I appreciate
right
you've let me say so many words that in caps.
I should point out that Saley's fridge contains half food that she can consume and half samples.
And she's
They're
taken
not
samples from
clearly
all of
labeled.
us. I
Oh, yeah, she has
remember.
samples from all of you.
Oh
And
gosh.
that the werewolf leg thing,
Yep.
like all that shit. Oh my god.
Where did all that vampire blood end up? It's not important. Okay, we'll talk about it later.
I'm afraid it's in the dungeon. It's in the dungeon.
Yikes.
I'm gonna. Sorry, John, to have to turn us around, but I'm gonna take us back to the exhaust so that I can do this in front of Incisor.
Okay. You can spend a point of willpower to ignore your wound penalties. And if I had achievements in this game,
No, I
then
can't.
that is now you have 0 in all categories.
I already did.
Oh my
Sorry, I didn't
God.
set it. I didn't set it before. That was my mistake.
Damn.
Oh no, I do. Sorry, I do have
Damn,
one. Sorry,
Danielle.
guys.
Well, no, now you have 0 because you're
Correct. I'm
spending.
spending one. I don't have achievements.
Zeros across the board.
Woo! All right. So I'm gonna stand on my own 2 feet for
Okay.
a brief moment and bring in Helena at sword point.
Okay.
And then I will turn to Incisor.
Whose jaw drops.
What should I do with this one? Where should we put her?
And then you pass out.
Oh no! I fucked shit up again! Oh, conk. I really shouldn't have passed out on the metro. That's a perfectly good blood I wasted.
No, Braum.
Ay, ay, ay. Sure he doesn't have a... I hope he doesn't have a rare type of blood.
It's
Changeling.
BB. Braum, baby.
So Sophia packs her things And when they're ready to go, I assume there's been like a return flight and a car to the airport arranged and everything. She goes to search for Queen Laurel.
Laurel is now in her study. She's got a stack of parchments and she's drawing one down, reading it, signing, shifting. But unlike a lot of other monarchs, there's no one else in the room. She keeps them all out, although she does allow you and Zero to come in.
That's nice.
Seems a bit dangerous, frankly. I guess she feels okay.
She's a badass bitch.
Yeah, she's true. She doesn't get mad.
Your Majesty, we have to return today. But we wanted to thank you for everything.
You're returning because you have answers?
We have theories. We have hope, which is more than we had before. So, we have to go.
I could come with you. We could route them together.
You've built...
And she stands up and she walks over and she
Oh,
pulls
shit.
a sword off the
Oh
wall.
shit! Please, we need all the help we can get.
You've built an incredible kingdom here. Everyone feels supported and loved, and you did all of this. They need you.
And so do you. To take down these broken flight bastards.
I can't in good conscience have you endanger yourself for us.
She puts the sword back on the wall.
If things get really dire, I promise I will call you. How about that?
Fine. Broken flight has been around for a long time. One of the hardest parts about dealing with them is that many of them do not believe that they're doing anything wrong. And their hearts are in the right place.
It's what makes it so heartbreaking to hate them as much as I do.
Hatred. Is hatred really something that you ascribe to them?
They wield cold iron. They rhapsody. They kidnap mortals for their own ends.
You can hate what has happened. You can even hate those who have done such horrible crimes. But an ideology, it's very hard to hate everyone who wishes that the long winter would not come.
I don't know what I can do to make them listen to me.
We can crush them. We can destroy them all. They'll pass into myth. And they will become martyrs.
There's a part of me that likes that idea, and that's hard to admit. But I know having them become martyrs means nothing, and we can't be worse than them. We can't even be just as bad as them. Otherwise, we lose. They may not win, but we will lose, and we...
Do you know why I'm confident that you'll succeed?
Why?
Zeron, get out of the room, please. And he just instantly up, nods, turns, goes.
Damn.
Sorry that I had to do that. The reason why I'm sure that we're going to be fine is because as much as I know that you have found your hatred, you can also find your beauty. You need to give them something else to believe in. There will be those who cannot be saved. There will be those who don't deserve to be saved. And those, we have pointy things that we can... But if you want to truly end this story, you need to give them a new direction.
I have you to thank for that. I was so angry and so tired. And then I traveled here and was shown a beautiful place. And not because you've sequestered yourself off from the troubles, it's just that you offer your people something better.
Bear the wounds of battle, Sophia. Perhaps not wounds physical, although they're there. And she steps forward and she again runs her fingers along the disappearing scar. But every battle takes something from all of us. The challenge, the things that we hold dear, the ways that we want to move forward in life. And we start forgetting what we're fighting for and instead remembering only who we're fighting and how important it is that we win and they lose.
And we have to remember what we're fighting for.
It isn't who you're fighting. It isn't even the fight. It's the goal. And is the goal the beauty I saw last night? Is the goal the moment where everything comes together into one beautiful moment? Beauty is life, Sophia. Those who deserve it will find their fates. And there will be others who will deserve a new beauty. And I will do whatever I can to make sure that those who would fight for beauty will have moments of respite so that they can continue to fight for what's most important.
Sophia's gonna reach for her hand, if she'll take it.
Oh.
She'll take it.
And curtsy and kiss it. I can't wait until we meet again.
Sophia,
Yes.
take care of his heart. It's a good one.
I wrapped it in the well of life. It's very precious.
What is happening?
Oh, the real XP was the XP they gained along the way. Oh, I see.
I mean,
You're not wrong.
Braum, when you wake up, it's with the sound of a very, very loud bit of metal crashing into other metal right next to your head.
Why? But like, why though?
I hope that's how you wake up.
as
Bro.
as forceps just drop into a tray, and then the tray gets dropped onto the table.
Ah.
I don't think you actually want to get better.
Yes, Doctor, it's all an elaborate ruse.
I think you just do this because you have a bit of a crush on me.
I give her a wink.
Do it, do it.
It's like the most bland.
She climbs up onto the bed next to you and then swings. And here's the thing, she's a slua.
Sure.
So when I say that she swings her legs over, it's
It's
one
like-
of these.
Just like the thing that should not be. For
Until
sure.
she's straddling your stomach. She has her hands right above your sternum, and she's just got them placed right down.
Just
Won't
live.
you live?
Now, I want you to see what I had to do to keep you alive. And you can
Show
hear
me.
your ribs just groan as she just slams over and over.
Oh, my body.
You realize that every time I do this, I just saw little bits come flying out of several holes in your back.
And how did that make you feel, Doctor? Oh, God.
I like a bit of a challenge. Keeps me awake at night. Now, tell me, why did you get yourself all fucked up? And then how did you drag yourself all the way back here to me? Oh. You want to feel something interesting?
Yeah.
And she slides her hand
Oh, no.
into one of your wounds. And then you can feel this strange kind of like sensation.
What are you doing to me?
Oh, God.
Creating a different sort of pressure on your lungs from the inside.
Why?
Because I don't think you appreciate the body that you've got. I think you don't pay very good care of it.
I certainly use it to its limit. Oh,
Jesus.
And then
H.
she
Christ.
gets at that huge needle that she had before, and she just starts slamming it in with that hammer, to
Slamming it.
stitching your wounds back
Why?
up.
What?
And you feel each one go.
Wildebeest
And by the way, you
doesn't
regain
like
one
this.
willpower for 8 hours.
Hey, look at
of
that.
rest. You also regain 1 health level.
He's crippled, folks.
You regain 1 and lose 12. You're welcome.
Eh,
Here, I can do it.
here's the thing. If I see you keep abusing this body, then I'm not going to think you'd pay very much mind to whatever I do to it. And I've had a bunch of experiments that I've been willing to waiting to run.
You shouldn't get a chance to run those on me, Doctor.
No?
No.
No, because I've always wanted to know what stone skin like yours would react to plasma.
I've made some big strides over the last couple of days.
You know, I'm going to be making a lot of big strides right now. I had to repair your Achilles tendon.
I meant I've made some realizations.
Do you know I'm closer to you than your wife?
Yeah.
She's only seen your body and your soul. I've seen your insides.
I don't know how to react to this.
You're gonna promise me that you're not gonna be such a fucking idiot and running around getting your body all banged up.
Like I said, I've had some realizations.
That's good. That's very good.
I'll try to make sure that your next job for me is just a small one. Perhaps a bobo on my knee.
No one appreciated the performance that I managed to give to you on your stag night.
I've been meaning to talk to you about that.
No? Well, I'm all ears right now. It's just you and me.
I guess
down here.
Is that true? I look around. Is there
no one else there?
Oh,
No.
Jesus Christ. Dr. Saley,
Yeah.
where is the other troll?
In the dungeon.
Is she alive?
I'm not sure. Last time I checked, she was.
That's good.
And Stars gave her a bit of a working over.
Has the one known as Fala returned to the Spark?
Oh. Oh yeah, she's here.
She is the reason I am here.
No, I think you're the reason you're here.
It's very existential.
Well, if it weren't for you, Fala would still be running around helping King Mills, right? If it weren't for you, the troll that's in the dungeon would probably still be running around rhapsodying all the time, yeah?
I guess.
And if it weren't for you, I wouldn't be here. So, I think it's your fault. I think you might be able to give yourself a little bit of props.
Yeah.
At the same time, you gotta stop coming back here. And she just cracks you right across the face.
Oh!
Heal 3 health.
Am I like weighted down? Like, am I like strapped down at all?
No.
I mean, probably, right?
No.
If she was cutting into me? Yeah, I guess not. Okay. Probably flailing around a bit then.
She is still straddling
Sure.
your body, but she weighs like
Yeah.
75 pounds.
I'm just
Soaking
gonna
wet.
do this. I'm gonna like put these up towards my face. I think it's time for me to rest, don't you?
Oh, you're the doctor now, yeah?
No, I'm just
You're the doctor. No, it's
I'm
all
just
right.
asking your
So
medical opinion.
You tell me what your fucking medical opinion is, you twat.
Perhaps I need another once-over from you then, doctor.
That's what I was picturing too, Eric. When he goes like this, if she's straddling him, it's a good chance it's Bubby
No,
touching.
it's just like up here. Oh,
No, it's Bubby's.
I hate you.
Well, I hate you too.
Great. Well, we're agreed. I would like to know what you think I need right now, Dr. Saley.
I think you need to close your eyes and wait until Sophia gets back here, and then she might crack you one across the face.
Patches is probably going to just kill me.
Oh no, Patches won't be allowed in here
Why not?
because she'll undo all the work I did. And she unhinges herself off over you,
Jesus.
standing next to you. She reaches behind and she just laces her corset up just a little tighter so that she's... Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got another experiment to run. I don't look so worried. This one doesn't involve you.
Who does it involve?
Don't tell Patches.
Oh!
And she backs out of the room.
Oh, squee! Okay.
Yeet that dad.
Sophia, you can come in and talk to Braum if you like. I am going to
Great.
refill this because I really should have a while ago.
All right, well, it's at this exact moment that Sophia returns home, suitcases in hand, walks into the exhaust, and let's see, who does she encounter? She encounters Incisor, who informs her that Braum came back basically mortally wounded.
Straight up.
And had captured Halea and stuck her in the dungeon. Sophia, in that moment, is torn between see the beauty in everything, see the beauty in everything, see the beauty, and like wanting to destroy everything in the spark in this
That's
moment.
fair.
So she takes a few deep breaths, put down her suitcase, and goes to Dr. Saley's office.
As near as I can tell, oh no, I've been sewn up. But as near as I can tell, my like whole torso was just open, or at least part of it. Yeah.
There goes my theory.
Yeah, me too.
The fuck? The fuck?
You're gonna find out. But yeah, Braum's like lying there, and he's got a look of like, what the fuck just happened?
Braum?
Yes.
And she runs over to him and gives him a hug.
Ow,
like
ow,
leaps
ow,
on
ow,
top
ow,
of him.
ow,
Sorry.
Ow.
You look terrible.
Yeah.
What happened?
A lot, Lady Sophia.
Incisor said you just dragged yourself in here with a prisoner?
Barely.
That you were barely alive?
Yes.
Why? How did this happen?
I'm going...
Braum, tell me everything.
I'm going to tell you, Lady Sophia. I'm safe. That's what's important. I was foolish. That's no surprise, I suppose. Are you safe?
I'm fine.
Suzeron?
Yes,
Good.
we're wonderful.
Good. Wait, what do you mean one?
We leave for one day? One day? Stop changing the subject, Braum.
I want to make sure that you're okay.
What happened? I am fine.
Braum relates the major points of the day.
Major points.
Major points. So
The previous day.
previous day. Oh yeah, is it now? It's now Wednesday. Yeah, or Thursday. Thank you. Yes. So Braum relates that on the previous day he was really sad about Patches. He like learned that Patches bought them a house. He was like, "You go find Zister. I'm gonna do my part." The Ironmonger, the Satyr, the trickery, the shooting, Halea reviving him, attempting to run, meeting the Satyr again, getting attacked by the Satyr, getting saved by Fala, and saved by Halea. So he does relate that, which I think is an important detail.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to wait for Patches to get home. Well, I'll tell you, but I have information about Broken Flight and about this Satyr.
What's his name?
It's Mazer.
Is he the leader?
He certainly stands to benefit the most, from what I can gather. I don't think that makes him the leader, though. I don't think it's organized that way.
Does he believe in the prophecy?
No. He does not.
Then until proven wrong, I'm choosing to believe that he is the leader. There's someone at the top pulling all the strings. They're using the prophecy to manipulate everyone, but they can't believe it themselves.
That's what he told me.
Otherwise, the organization wouldn't work.
He told me that the fanatics can believe what they choose and that he can benefit from it.
He would. It's despicable. You say Halea saved you.
She did. Twice, in fact.
Why? Braum, I need you to give me a really good reason why I should not go down there and end her life.
because you'd have to go through me.
That would not be difficult. Give me a better reason.
You hear.
I will, I promise. Okay. But if this is interrupting.
You hear very breathy, not very voiced. Coming from the next room.
They're having sex in the next room.
Who's they?
Patch's dad and Dr. Saley, you didn't know that they were having a thing?
What?
Sorry.
Like really loudly, like, what?
Anyway, so no better reason? I mean it, Braum. This is a courtesy to you that I'm even asking.
Yes. Her actions have been twisted. She's been manipulated. I believe, and maybe you will find this difficult to believe, but I truly believe that she wants to make up for the things that she's done in order to accomplish the goal that we all want. To prevent the long winter. She's been misguided, Lady Sophia.
Has she sworn any oaths in this misguided state?
Yes.
Which ones?
I don't know yet.
We cannot trust her. No matter what her intentions are, you can't trust someone who's sworn oaths against your cause. Look what happened with Claude. Claude, who's been our ally.
Look what happened with Fala.
Yes. You cut off the head of the snake. She was no longer bound to him.
Then perhaps we need to cut off the head of this snake. Metaphorically speaking. We will find out. I believe she is willing to work with us.
She's willing to work with us until her oaths say otherwise, Braum. We need... I appreciate that you're trying to see the best in everyone.
This is what I mean. We need to find out what the oaths are.
Yes.
And work around them.
When I was in Carefrost, Queen Laurel said, it's more important to remember what you're fighting for than who you're fighting. And I'm going to try to remember that. But Halea has done us all a great wrong.
I know. I know.
To Claude, to Patches, to Zeron, to you, Kyoko. Shall I go on?
No, you don't need to. I'm sure... I wonder if you feel the same way, Lady Sophia. I just don't... We could go out there and we could slaughter all of them like animals.
We will not be doing that.
Good. That's not what they deserve. And that's not what this world deserves. What does the prophecy say? Does it matter?
I have an idea about the prophecy. Why did you do that?
I don't know. My body won't really allow for it. Oh.
I think it may have already happened.
This is the long winter.
Oh, shit. Braum's just Groundhog Daying it over and he's just getting killed over and over and over. That'd be like Happy Death Day or whatever that movie's called. Just take that off there. I see.
Or I should say I'm not saying the long winter happened. I'm saying the long winter has already been thwarted.
Oh.
Maybe. I want to tell you and Patches together, but I have an idea now. I have a hypothesis. And then we're going to have a lot of people to convince and a snakehead to cut off.
You might need to be at the head of those attempts.
You need to rest.
Hmm.
We can't afford to wait long.
Can you do me a favor?
Yes.
Can you remind me not to get myself shot in the future?
I thought I reminded you that before I left town. Seems I wasn't stern enough.
Could you be more adamant in the future?
I can.
Thank you.
Let me guess, someone pulled a gun on you and you ran right at them?
I am a knight of the
Braum?
Order of...
A knight is no good to us dead. Try to remember that. The
Knights
best
of
way
darkness
you can
before the
fulfill
dawn.
your oath to your motley is to stay with us, fighting alongside us.
Death before dishonor, Lady Sophia. But motley before death.
Oh my god, you're impossible.
You hear stomping coming from the next room.
Stomping?
Yep. And then the door flings open and Saley bursts in. Dishonor. Death before dishonor doesn't mean you have to fucking kill yourself. Doesn't mean you have to come back here every single fucking time, finding yourself getting stitched up by me. You know how much work I've put into you? You need to understand something, that your honor wasn't in question at that moment in time. So, the next time that you feel that your honor doesn't necessarily deserve to get itself underneath the work that I have poured into your body, you can think that maybe you should find yourself another physician. And then you hear from beyond, is everything all right? We could do this later. I'm going back to my lunch.
Oh yeah, it kind of fell down there, John. Your mic. There we go. Yeah. Just do that while you...
I'm going back to my lunch.
So just take what she said.
Yeah.
And imagine I'm there too with a fireball.
I think I've received the message.
Just keep yourself safe, okay? I'm going to go talk to the prisoner now.
I trust you, Lady Sophia.
Of course, Lady Sophia, you do run into someone before you get to the prisoner, but we're gonna have to see that
Oh, shit!
another time.
Yeah, there it is.
You're dumb, and none of this had to do with dishonor, so quit getting hurt. Bye, I am eating a mage.
It's possible. Aragwen's not? Well, we don't know, but...
Braum dodged true death.
Braum.
Ergwin, I never said there was a lie.
I hope she's not literally eating Patch's father. Like literally.
I mean, she
eating
doesn't
his
have
flesh.
teeth, so she's more like gumming.
Oh, gross! She doesn't have true. Oh, that's so nasty. Man, how does she talk?
She can talk.
Yeah, no, I know. But I just mean that often I feel like if you don't have teeth, it kind of changes the sound of your voice a little bit.
You learn.
Articulators. You learn, just slew out things.
So you have a drink counter. There are 3 drinks.
Ugh.
We'll have to find out what you learned. What's coming up in the following week? I guarantee you it's not going to be seeing a whole lot of me or Scott. We busy.
Mm-hmm.
Scott more so than I am, but...
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Bullets
Next
out.
session you will most likely have Kate back too.
Yay!
That'll help.
Cole Drake. I don't want to tell Kate. I think she's gonna be mad.
She's gonna be.
Then she's gonna watch this on the VOD and be like, I am mad. That's it. It's a half a joke. Hashtag half a joke.
Hashtag half a joke. But I guess we do have to figure out what you learned.
Yes. Mazer's not wrong, by the way. I am running out of friends.
Scott, what did you learn?
Well, I I learned. No.
What are you, stupid?
I'm telling you that when you're done here, you'll still be an idiot. No, I learned not to take unnecessary risks.
Elaborate.
I took risks today in the session that forced me to take some damage. This was very dangerous, very bad, I would say, for my character's health and life. And it was, I think, it was one play, and it was an unnecessary. It was not a necessary risk to take. I had other options.
So Grubermensch says, I am less annoyed at Braum Brauming it up here because it didn't seem like Mazer was planning to let him walk away regardless of how their conversation went.
Mhm.
Thoughts?
I don't know if I, like, that's what I thought, Grubermensch, and then I kind of figure he would have just, like, pulled the gun on me at some point. I don't know. I guess I'm saying that there's probably other options, that, like, when you have no glamour, no health, or little health, maybe you don't need to try to dive tackle the gun. Maybe there's other options.
Well, if you had won initiative, then maybe things would
True,
have gone a
true.
lot different.
No, that's a good point.
Do you think Mazer would have just shot you in the back?
Hey, Scott, if you'd ignored your wound penalty, would you have won initiative?
I don't think so, actually.
Oh.
I think I was pretty far below the threshold. I don't know, John. I don't know.
It's an interesting thing not to know.
I don't think he wants me dead. Well, sorry, that's rude. Like, obviously he wants me dead. He's tried to kill me.
Well, first I'm just
Yeah.
going to let people start
Please,
to
yeah.
vote. For today's play of the game, Sophia's level of fucked decreased steadily throughout the morning, and her knowledge of what to do next increased. Or Braum's level of fucked increased steadily throughout the day, and his ability to do anything next decreased. That's vote 0 or 1. Now,
Very good.
Oh my god.
Rational expressions. Very good. Very good. Very good.
Well, Sophia needed to visit a place like Carefrost to help her understand what she's fighting for. She needed to really be fully immersed in beauty to remind her that beauty is what her ultimate goal is. Holy shit, amazing! So, yeah, she was reminded that exactly what Laurel said. What you're fighting for is more important than the fact that you're fighting. And so she was reminded of that at Carefrost. Also, she has a theory about the prophecy.
Oh.
Fucking exciting.
it's helpful.
So exciting.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. Oh,
If we get to vote in that poll,
Yeah. Get in there, guys.
you have a drink counter.
Yep.
3 drinks on it.
I had a theory what it was, and then it could be bunnies. Bunnies are just
Yeah, I also did.
I thought it was every time we mentioned patches.
Oh, Gwildebeest, someone will repost your POTGs so we can so you can vote in there. We want you to vote if you want to.
I'm reposting.
Thank you. Say that again. When you went?
I thought it was patches.
Me too. But then I realized, both the times that we mentioned patches, I feel like we both looked that way. And then the last time,
Every
I
time we
also
both looked in a direction? Really?
looked off towards Kate. That's silly. I don't know.
Because
Oh, I see Gwildebeest.
I don't think it can be anytime we mentioned an NPC who wasn't, anytime we mentioned looking for an NPC. No, anytime we mentioned looking for another character.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, then let's go with your guess.
Okay, it's not a good guess. We're gonna go with both of us simultaneously looking off screen, like towards patches. Ah,
That would be ridiculous.
What?
Well, I'm very happy to hear that.
I
I'm going to
appreciate
say
that
that it's when players specifically reached out to patches.
No, but that's the thing. That's the one that
That's
messed
the
me
one that was
up.
getting me, yeah.
Because the other 2 times, yes, it was when I was texting her. Ah, what is it? What is it?
That would be ridiculous. Aragwen. There was a day where we had simultaneous motions was a drink. I remember that.
When the players actively reach out to
other
other
members
members
of
of the
the-
motley.
So each
So
other.
it was not just Patches.
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
each
yeah,
other.
yeah. Because
Oh,
then
so
you-
when I went to see you.
Right, amazing.
You know what else is amazing though?
What?
Do
When
I get
it
my...
turns out that you have a tie for play the game.
Oh!
Baby's getting stamina for...
This is... oh man, writing this out is going to be so ridiculous.
Yes!
Okay. I'm going to try to write this out later in the thing. Yes, Koldrick, we balanced out each our levels of fuckedness.
Fuckedness. Fuckery.
Oh my god. Yeah. Oh, Dio, that's so kind.
No, Dio knows what she's talking about.
That is true. That was a great session.
Yeah, that was
Just felt like-
bananas.
Really, I don't know. I felt very like emotionally invested in the scenes that I was in. Not just because of my impending death, but like just like I don't know. It was a good like. I really want to know more about Mazer.
Yeah.
I really wanted to know more about what Zeron was wearing. You know, there was a lot that I wanted
Or
to.
wasn't
Well,
wearing.
I want to know what love is. And I want you to show me.
Okay.
I want to feel what love is.
Oh,
I want you to show me.
I know, Aragwen.
I'm glad that everything's all behind you, Dio.
Yeah, good.
I'm just gonna have to wait for my sick to be behind me. Not
Can
there
we-
yet,
We're almost there.
but we're there soon.
Can we do some kind of like major round of applause for John because he's not fully recovered and this was a fucking amazing session and you went the full time.
It's true. Let's get some hand. Let's get some
Yes.
hand.
Flying,
That's how about that one? How that?
What's that?
Does that
What
look
did you use?
Yes.
Oh, very nice. Honk, 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 honk,
Oh,
honk.
honks!
Oh, yes, so many chairs.
Very good, Quill the Beast. Very good.
Gwildar, you've got honks?
Whoa, Mistrich, thank you. Yeah, I want those. That's nice.
Fuck. I'm now intensely jealous of the
Where
honks.
did those come from?
We love you, John.
Oh.
See, I know who
Wellness.
Wildebeest is.
Oh. Oh. Like Wildebeest's own, so perhaps I will subscribe for the hunks.
But I didn't
I
know that.
also
I didn't
know
know that. I didn't know that Wildebeest had honks. So,
Well, bang.
folks, here's the deal. We've got some stuff coming up in the following week. So while we're going to be there on Twitter, the best place to contact us is actually thank you, Dio, is actually going to be Discord. You can find the link to the Discord. It's actually right below https://cutt.ly/RPG clinic, or you can just, click on the link that's there. I just want to beat Kung Fu
Thank you,
Fenners.
guys.
Yikes.
Oh.
Thank you. Oh, there's a hype train! Oh shit, the hype
I've
train
never seen it
started.
happen before.
I
Yeah,
have
that's
also never
not
seen it
happened.
happen. You'll have a limited time, so I think guys, I think the idea is
I'm intensely
resubs,
jealous
follows,
of the
and
honks.
hitties, guys.
If people are on the train, I'm gonna get something to help out with that.
Oh shit. So my understand. Oh. Woof.
Yeah, stick your hand in
44%
its
of the-
butt. Stick
we're
your hand in its
40
butt.
Doesn't
4%
have a
of the way there.
place to put my hand in its butt.
Grill the Beast, I don't think you can just keep yelling. Like, look at these. Oh fuck!
Oh my god, such
Yo,
a
what the
hype.
shit?
Oh my great. JT Silver VO's creeping
John, we
with us
did it.
sub.
Holy shit, the train is happening.
Oh my god.
So the train-
I also know Mike the TV. I know so many of these people.
We were starting to pull out of the station, and then Dio just like walked behind the train and went yeet and just
I
pushed
mean,
it. Oh my god!
that's level 1 complete.
This is so
Spooky, scary
exciting.
Wildebeest, everybody
Yay.
wants this goose.
Oh,
Wow.
guys,
amazing.
there's so much love
Do we
here
have
in
anything
this
for the
chat.
goose to lift here? Here. Maybe the goose can steal my USB key.
If y'all didn't see this on Twitter ages ago, Kate DIY'd a wonderful goose Halloween costume. It's great.
It was brilliant.
Yo, this is insane.
I mean,
So
What? A hype
What
train.
did we unlock? I'm just trying to
I don't
figure it out.
know.
we're on level. Past level 3 now, up to level 4 on
How
the
do you
hype
know
train.
what we? Oh, there's down. It says unlocked. Does that is
Oh,
that
no,
what
those are
we?
my unlocked
Oh no.
things. Okay.
I don't know if you have to participate to like hop on
Oh,
the train.
that would make sense. Dio, let me know if you.
Quick, Scott, cheer a bit. Do we have any bits for
Those
you?
are my bits.
You have so many bits. Are you fucking kidding me?
Jesus.
All right. Let's
You can earn 1 emote per train by subbing, gifting, or using more than 100 bits in total during the event. Oh, the train is continuing.
Yes, you just cheered.
Oh my god, Pook! Yay! Hey, those are my bits. What are
You had like 2,000 bits.
Shut up, don't tell them that.
Okay, you had so many
I
bits,
did,
yo.
I did. Oh my
Exclusive
god.
emotes are given out at the end of the hype train event and
Oh
will be
my
available to use until they are refreshed with the new emote theme.
What's gonna
Oh,
happen?
it's happening.
Wait, sorry.
Yo,
what?
what the fuck?
Oh my
happening?
god. This is such an exciting
I've
train.
never actually seen a train.
Okay,
It's
okay,
so
okay.
hype.
I'm
Happening.
gonna.
Oh my god, we're
I'm doing it. I'm doing it. No,
That's
I
it.
already did it. I don't need to. Woohoo!
This
Train
is
has
the
gone
most
through
exciting
the
thing
hype
that's ever
train.
happened.
Hype.
Choo choo! What is this? This last 10 minutes has been insane.
Okay, what happens now?
Ooh, oh my god! I don't know.
Wow.
What happens now? I did. So that's what
It's
happens?
the final level
Wow,
of the hype train.
Damn, son.
This is the final level. What
The
is
most.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know either. It's
Keep the hype
now
going.
take off my pants.
Wait, they're already up.
You cannot cheer in your own channel.
Don't worry, John. I've got this.
Oh shit. Oh, what's that grave? What's that zombie one? That looks fun.
Whoa, no,
Oh my God.
I can't do that.
4 minutes left on this hype train.
Just click chat.
So, folks, the deal is that while we may be busy, you can still find us in. Oh,
Woo!
Yes, such hype.
Just go. Going
I
for
just
it.
like hypes, guys. I just really like hype.
Biff's trying.
Oh my god, Eric!
Eric's still going for it too. Oh, I think that's a corgi.
These are some.
Yeah, there's Corgos.
Your American
awesome bits.
are delivered in American. So it,
Which means that we take it and take it in
What
our
are they worth in
colorful money and
Canadian?
like
Like,
roll around
yeah,
in it and
basically.
laugh. I'm kidding.
we're 63% with 3 minutes left to go.
Oh my gracious.
I know, right? I mean, this is just nuts.
Scott, what are you doing? You're gonna bankrupt yourself.
I really like. Oh my god, it's happening.
Rasinga Flames
Oh,
jumps on
Pacific
the hype
Flames,
train.
Thank you.
I mean,
We
remember
just
that
wanna
if
see
you,
what
if
happens
you
to the
give
next
the
level
bits,
of the
if
hype
you
train.
if you give the bits, subscribe or give a subscription during the hype train event, you will get the emotes that everyone else is.
Yeah.
That's it. It's done. Holy shit.
Yo! Oh
Dio.
my gosh.
There are going to be some people who are like, I'm subscribed to what now?
Yes, Surdo Freaky is gonna be like, ooh.
Dio,
that's exciting.
thank you. That is so
Holy-
incredibly sweet.
Neon Deflector
balls.
just continued the gift sub they got from Graspalut.
Oh,
Hi, Dio.
hello.
Dio, you're right. What the world needs now is love and tens.
Wow. Oh, everyone, thank you so much. All the cockles are warmed.
Oh,
and fuzzy.
all of my cockles. have
All the
been warmed.
cockles.
Wow. Like I don't even know. Yeah, like I'm really just kind of overwhelmed at the moment.
And he almost like died several times.
I think it's just been a really overwhelming kind of day.
I
You
mean,
must
you
be
know,
Thanks,
exhausted.
Wildebeest.
We'll take
I
help with the
am.
cockles.
We're not. I'm not recording my voice. thing
We'll
right now.
talk about
no,
it
we're-
later.
No,
No, no,
but
no.
I'm not. I
okay.
myself am not.
So to just make sure that people know, we will be there on Discord if you want to discuss the game itself. We have a spoiler-free channel and we have a spoiler-filled channel. People have been discussing RPGs as well. You can also find the individual channels for the streams for Liz, Scott, and Kate, who is, of course, not here right now, but she is normally. So that's the place to be. I would suggest that you go and check that out. You can also find us on Twitter. Our handles are right below us. One thing I can tell you is that on Friday there will most likely be...
There will be Punchy Sans Scott.
Oh.
I will be playing Slay the Spire. And Crosshair, no doubt, will be in chat going, you should do this. And I'll be like, yeah, you're right.
That's the thing I never do. When I watch you play Slay the Spire, I'm like, I'm not telling you when.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Although it is very funny after, I'm done a stream and then I see y'all's screen caps and stuff. I'm just like, oh, it must have destroyed you watching me play.
No.
It must just
Although
be
I still want to
upsetting.
at some point share scenes and then see how we each decide to go through it. One day.
We
could do
shall
that.
see what we shall see.
Yes,
Saturday?
Wildebeest, it's fine.
Saturday, we have a Kate, but we don't have a me.
Oh,
because
wow.
I'm busy all day. So
What
Kate
a
is going to
day.
solo stream Saturday on her channel.
But then on Sunday, we'll get the gang back together.
Will Patches finish what everyone tried to start? And
The
kill Braum?
Duke. Oh, sorry.
Whoa,
Whoa.
We're still getting shit in. Coltrane, thank you so much.
Choo-choo, thank you. Oh my god. Oh, thank you everyone for the Discord drop as well. Wow!
Oh, yay, you got an emote.
I did it! Oh wow.
Thank them quick.
I got the emote. I guess because maybe I was in the...
Oh, what a fun emote. Is this permanent?
I don't.
it's permanent until the next Hype Train emote stuff comes out.
Oh, shit.
Where is it though?
There it is.
I got Hype Unicorn 4. That looks like that's what everybody got.
Huh.
That's not bad. We're going to get the gang back together. We're going to play Changeling. It'll be right here, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's even more emotes, I think.
my
that
Yeah,
are
they're
put
even
out.
here. I'm trying to look at them up close. Wow, Derpy Unicorn is everything
These are great.
for sure. This is incredible.
Well,
Hey.
there lies the Hype Train.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Eric, when
next
we
week
understand-
is the Superb Owl. So we
Owlie's got
do
owl.
recognize that, Erwin. I knew that you were most likely not be able to make it. We will say go Chiefs, go for that. Because,
Shocked, but rock on. It's great.
go KC. Hey, look, it's been fun playing with you.
Dude,
You too, John.
incredible.
And we'll keep this going. I mean, heck, it's only been 109 episodes. There's got to be
That's
some
another-
other...
That's a couple hundred more. Am
80.
I right? Am I right? Am I right?
It's another 91.
Don't forget, though, that as always, we have to thank She Who Knows 10,000 Things and Entropy's Disciple. Understandable he wasn't around, but he'll be back. Special shout out today, not only to Wildebeest, who now that I know that you've got the honk, I might have to give you the bonk. Pukajutsu, we're waiting for you. We will wait as long as we can. We will
Just
wait
like
as
that
long as we
Mumford
need
and
to.
Sons song.
Thank you.
But we will
Mumford and
wait.
Sons song.
And we're not singing that fucking song.
I will wait. I will wait.
You have a bonky motif. God fucking damn it. Folks,
Oh,
see you
no,
next time.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Have a good one. Try not to die.
I haven't even pushed the button. They still see you.